It's not gone on.
I wonder if the sound's down here. I'll just do what that person said first. I'll be able to hear you, won't I?
Kind of a nightmare, this.
Because you'll get a few lives then.
I was on a lot, what?
Yeah, but it'll still be a few more content. They get good for the shorts, so it don't matter. Right, so.
Barry Swales, evening.
Can you hear you? Ask Barry if you can hear you.
Can you hear me, Barry?
Do you speak, Brian?
Hello? Can you hear me, anyone?
I can't hear you.
No, nobody can hear me. Knackered, the computer's gone.
No, I don't think. I think it's a mic. I think so. I'll just take it off. Yeah, all good. They're all saying I can hear you.
All right, okay then.
One's saying can't hear, one's saying
just
can.
Doing that, I'm taking the piss.
Right.
Barry Swales, yeah. You know, like doing that to me after I got him out of jail 33 years when I was in the hospital. I was nearly dead. Left for dead. It said in the paper, powerlifter, you never forget it. Powerlifter Brian Cockerill was left for dead of a gang of Jews, battered him with bars and iron bars and stabbed him and left Mr. Cockerill for dead in a house on Ormsby Bank. Mr. Cockerill was due to go in the theatre. I had two major surgeries. One of them, she was 27, about the nurse, the beautiful doctor. Said, Mr. Cockerill, I'm not doing disrespect to you, but I'm really worried about your legs. My leg was like that. It was that bad bash because they hit me with bars and everything. All my leg was fucked. You've seen the holes in it. She said, I'm not sure if I can save your leg. She said, if it comes off, it's going to have to come off from the kneecap, from the knee. So I nearly lost my leg through the dirty bastard. And he's coming on wanting to do things about my wife. What a fucking low life cunt. Nearly lost my life and I nearly lost my leg. It was 2 years before I could walk properly. 2 years, they left me nearly dead. Holes all over my body. Stabbed me to fuck all over, the cowardly bastards. And I grabbed one and pulled him down and bit a fuck out his face. Screaming like a pig he was. And the boxer one come in with a big pot bread bin. Well, then pot one, he was saying, break his jaw, so I smashed his jaw a couple of weeks before. I punched him all over the fucking eclipse. Because he came the first time of a fight when I was fucking off my head full of drugs and full of drink. So he got the better of me in a fight. I had an 11-minute fight I had with him. But I dropped him 3 times. I was choking him on the floor like that and fucking strangling him. Anyway, somebody said, you've killed him. No, you choked, you're killing him. So I left him. I got up, I put my hands on a taxi light and he came from behind and it broke my ribs and I fell down. I couldn't get up. I was lost. I had nothing left. And Dave Woody jumped in and got broke up. And he was going around bragging he beat me and all that. So I just got my head down. I went to Redcar and I trained on the beach with little Frankie Athens. So he was like Mickey, like Rocky when he lost. And he went, so I thought, I know I can beat you cunt. And I dropped him 3 times. So I knew I could beat him. But I only dropped him in the headbutt. I never even punched him. I just grabbed him, used my strength, bang, bang, headbutted him and dropped him. And I headbutted him again 3 times, put him down. Then I threw him over my leg, like a jiu-jitsu move, like a judo move that Bob Cumber showed me. And I had him on the floor and he had him beat. I couldn't beat him. I could have went bang, 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 punched him all over. That's why now when I get anyone, I mash their fucking skull in and won't let go until they're battered to a pulp so they can't fight back. So I learned my lesson all them years ago. That was 1991. So that was the only one I got beat. But that wasn't really me. It was me full of ecstasy, full of drink and being in a rave for 2.5 days off me fucking head. You repeat the last 10 minutes, please. And I can't do it, mate. I'm going to clue you on about. I'm just on about him. Up in, so Conroy's fucking come to the house to do me in because I beat the boxer up because they wanted to take my club off me because I was making 40 and 50 grand a fucking week. And then so the bullies tried to come in and take the club off us from Newcastle down here, Conroy and his gang, with Davy Glover on his motorbike. So Glover's come down, followed me from my house in Rosewith to fucking Tommy Harrison's on Ormsby Bank. So I'm in the house. So I come to the house because Tommy phoned me and said they had Tommy at gunpoint. They had Tommy's 13-year-old son, the neighbour next door but one, his son. He was in the house. So two of them were at gunpoint. There was 13 of them come, and one was on a bike, was Davy Glover. So they come in the house and they hit themselves, ambushed me. So Tommy said, I've got a job for you. I knocked on the door. Hey, it's Tommy anyway. Are you Brian? I went, yeah. Barry Conroy, his eye was only a little bit bad then. Looked like he had a black eye. I went, all right, mate. He said, you all right? He said, how are you in? So I goes in the house. He said, I'll just go through there. So Tommy's at the end of the passage, like down there, say. But I didn't know. Tommy had a shotgun in his back, my lad from Sunderland, and a handgun at the side of him. And Buster had a double-barrel shotgun down his bollocks from the other one from fucking Sunderland, fucking big ugly cunt. Had it down his balls, going to threaten him to kill him. And there was another man in the house. There was the neighbour. He was there. He was petrified. So they had them at gunpoint for over an hour. So what they've done is they've phoned Brian. So Conroy gave Tommy Harris a mad thingy. Tommy Harris can verify it. Every one of them went to court and made statements. You go to jail for 30 years, you fat cunt. Every one of them will go to court. You will go to jail for 30 years, you fat bastard. Because you were a fucking wrong and you cunt. There's no saying Duffy said, you can't grass a grass. Fucking made more statements on paper and everything. So I fucking was in that house. Come to the door, goes in. He just go through there, Brian. So I went to come through, walk through, turned round that Conroy, he walloped me right on the fucking head with a mash hammer. 44 or 46 stitches it was in my head. Never dropped me though, did you fat cunt? I grabbed him and I fucking rammed him through the kitchen door. He went flying in the kitchen with the heavyweight boxer from Hartlepool, the big heavyweight guy side. He was the one who beat me in the first fight. Tried to take my club off me. So they took it off me for about 4, 5, 6 weeks. So what I did, I got myself in training. So I beat him in the second fight in the club. So in the first fight, it was outside. So we're fighting outside for about 11 minutes. I've been in there for 2 full days on ecstasy. I had about 20 ecstasy tablets. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. I'd been out 3 full days. So I goes outside and he comes at me. I went bang, nutted him in the face and dropped him. Come again, I went nutted him again twice and he fell down again. Then grabbed him in a bear hug like that and held him and then threw him in a jiu-jitsu rope floor on the floor. Choked him out like that. I was choking him. He was going, and Adish was there, the doorman said, Brian, you're killing him. And me off my head. I couldn't see properly because I've been in the rave for fucking 40 odd hours. There was, the light outside was like somebody shining torches in your eyes when they wake you up in the middle of the night. The cops come in or something. I couldn't see properly. Anyway, I'm choking him. And they said, you're killing him. And I thought he said, you've killed him. So I went, fucking hell, I jumped up. I put my hands on the taxi to get a rest. And he jumped up and he went, boom, hit me in the ribs. Caught me, broke my rib. And I fell down. I couldn't get back up. I had nothing left. I was fucking like been dancing for two fucking days and pop my knees and drink. Dirty couldn't waited for me right at the end. I took a proper liberty. Rob Armstrong said, what a fucking liberty. Waiting for you like a fucking pack of hyenas till you were fucking out on your feet. What a fucking coward he is. And everyone said the same. They all said, what a fucking low-life trick. So anyway, I went back, I trained, I went to Red Car, trained with little Frankie Aff, and he was like Mickey, and I was like fucking Rocky. So he had me on the beach, sprinting and all that stuff. He had me on fucking things. John Black was taking me on the pads. John Dryden was taking me on the fucking boxing. I was sparring with Big Steve Cockerill, sparring with Smiler. So I trained for fucking about 4 weeks or something like that, maybe 5, 6 weeks. Then I went up to the lads in Newcastle. They come down, back me up. I went in, he had 50 doormen on the door. So I went in the back way of the club, on the back. Bull cutters to open the door, got in. I had about 12 lads in there from Stockton. About another 30 were already waiting. So I goes in the club because he had 50 doormen on the door from all over the area. I said, you won't get in, we've got 50 doormen. So I got in the bull cutters, got in the back way. I had a vest on. I had a pair of army boots on and a pair of shell suit bottoms. That was the fashion then. So I'm coming down the stairs. And as I'm coming down the stairs that way, I come around the back of the nightclub because we'd come up the fire escape. So I come round the back, coming down the stairs. As I come down the stairs, there's about 15, 20 doormen. I went, fucking come on. I shouted, come on. And they all went, run. And they all ran out the club. They fucking shit themselves. And they ran out and they went, Cockerill's in there. He's got guns. And he grasped me up straight to the place. The fucking low-life cunts. This is Conroy's gang. All went out and grasped me up the place. He's got guns. I've got guns. So anyway, I've gone in the place. I'm looking for the boxer. He's in a room about 6 foot, 8 foot by 8 foot. Got nowhere to dance about now, I thought. So I've come down, I'm fucking super fit. I'm coming down the stairs. Where's he? He went, he's in there with Don LaRoche. So little Don run the club. So I opened the door, I went, come on. He went, no, Brian, no. Fucking shit himself. I went, bang, bang, bang. 3 shots. Broke his jaw, there, and there. Smashed to pieces. Broke his ribs. I think I bit his ear off. Screaming like a banshee. Made a 10-page statement against him. He got locked up. I got locked up through the fucker. This big hard fucking heavyweight boxer made a 10-page statement, you fucking snitch. Got me locked up. So then the fucking enticed me to this house about 10 days later. Anyway, all the police come. There's about 200 police there. It was fucking chocker. There was cops from everywhere. There was about 8 inspectors. They were from Newcastle, they were from Peterlee, they were from Redcar, they were from fucking Manchester. They'd come all the way, all over the place. There was snipers on the roofs. There was fucking all sorts of everything. They found 2 handguns. They said I had a 9 meter. I had a 9 meter Kalashnikov. And why the fuck would you go into a club to fight someone with a fucking 9 millimeter machine gun? So they made statements against me and grasped me up, the so-called big hard men. So I beat the boxer. Smashed his jaw to pieces. That was, he retired from boxing, never boxed again. And that was it done. He won the first fight, I won the second fight. So what they've done then is, instead of having another fight with me, they set me up. So I've got the Tommies, like I said, I've gone in the house, knocked on the door, he's hit me on the head with a mashama. The others have run out of that room. Some are hiding in the stairwell, come running out. On the stairs there was a couple. And in the kitchen, the boxer was in there, and there was a toilet in the passageway. So there was 14 of them all together. And the young kid was petrified, 13-year-old, and they had guns to the head. So I've fucking hit a couple. So I've threw Conroy through the kitchen. I've gone to try to get into the other room. I've smashed all the door to pieces. It was a glass door, the door. I tried to get out the door. So they're stabbing me in the back of me. I've got the hole all over my fucking body. So I've gone into the living room, and I've grabbed one, fucking threw right against the wall. And I've grabbed another one, fucking eyed him over the other end. I was like, like a lion with hyenas, throwing them all over the place. And some of them were like 17, 18 stone. The boxer was 18 stone, the other one was 20 stone. Glover was about 18 stone. So Cookie says, if you put in what Cookie says about the taxman when they attacked me and tried to kill me. So when they left me for dead nearly, so when they were hit me with this sock thing, it was like made of chamois leather, but it felt like, like marbles, you get big bongy, them big steel marbles. It was like them in it, I think. And they bit me in the face, so I fell down, and it's wrapped around my face like that, and went pop. I mean, I pop, couldn't see, so their eyes shut straight away. It was like completely closed. So fat fucking Conroy's in the passageway, do this and do that and do this. Shit house kept out of the way, didn't dare come near me because I was throwing them around and dropping the fuckers. Anyway, fucking in the end, they hit me in the leg, and my leg fucking collapsed because the hole in my leg just started pouring blood everywhere. Pouring in my head, the hole in my head here was sweating blood. I had to do that to my head. I was on the floor near the fireplace. The fire was there, the fire was on, and I could remember the heat coming off the fire, and I could remember he was shouting, Conroy, no more on the head, no more on the head. They were hitting me on the head with fucking bats and everything. And I was on the floor and I was going, I thought, get up, get the fuck up. So I just went, fuck, get up. And they were starting to go out the house, and the young kid was there. He was only 13. He said to them, I couldn't believe it. He said, Brian just got the fuck up off the floor, went, come on! Started screaming at them all, and come on! Screaming like a fucking lunatic at him. I tried to run towards him. I was hopping on one leg because the other leg was all cut the fuck. Come on, you fucker! Screaming at them. I got outside. The young kid helped me outside, and young Andrew Harrison helped me out, which is Tommy Harrison's son. He's still alive. Can tell the full story. And the neighbours seen it. The man next door seen it. It was called Tucker. He's on there. He'll tell you the full script. Got me to the wall, and on the wall going, come on, you fucking shit houses. And they're running, driving like lunatics, trying to get in the car and go off, flying off in the jeeps. But the silly cunt drove on his own jeep, the fucking backward cunt, and used his own phone Cockerill now and tell him to come here. You use your own phone, you divvy cunt. I thought you were a gangster. But I just said, use your house phone and phone him. Because he used his phone, he went, you use my phone. But the coppers went, well, he's not fucking a bright spark. He used his own fucking phone registered to him, and using his own vehicle with his own registration on, registered to his house, but his full name and everything. So the cops, neighbours seen the cars, posh area, Ormsby, really posh. Probably 1,000 cars or more. And I will go by that bank. It fucking comes like from Whitby. So it's chock all the people coming back from work and stuff. And little big Peter Robbo was going by and all seen it. Chino turned up, another one seen it. Don't forget to push the like buttons. Don't push the like buttons. What's going on? Telling you a brief story. You need to push the like buttons. If you want me to keep going, keep telling you. So push the like button, which is the thumbs up. And all this has been confirmed. I said, like I said, it was in the paper. Brian Cockerill powerlifter was left, 27-year-old, was left for dead by a gang of youths who attacked him with implements, knives, bars, and hammers. Mr. Cockerill is due to go to the theatre shortly in the Middlesbrough Hospital. Middlesbrough General Hospital. So they left me for dead. Anyway, when I fucking when they come, the cops and all that shit. What happened is the man next door put me. I was fucking massive. Honestly, I was massive then. I was 24 stone. So in a normal car could hardly get in. So they'll get me in the car, and it was like fucking like that. The car, like fucking wobbling. So got me in the car, and they put blankets in the car because it was a brand new car. It was his wife's car. Took her next door, saved my life. Buster was there. Tommy was there. They had guns to Buster down his bollocks, shotgun, fat fucking one-eyed cunt, and his gang, shit houses, and I was wanting to fight. The fight was still in me. I couldn't get any further forward because I was on a wall, like holding my leg on the wall, and I was half on the wall, and I was half unconscious. You know what I mean? I was thinking, come on, I still wanted to fight because I couldn't do that because I was fucked. Anyway, they fucking all jumped in the vehicles, and that divvy cunt went around the corner and jumped on his motorbike. He was seen. Glover, shithouse Glover, he'd round the corner on a motorbike, and that's how they followed me from 29 Rothbury Avenue, Stockton, Roseworth, to Ormsby Bank, and it's taken me. There's another person lives there now, so that's what they've done to me. And when the police come, the police took me to the hospital. The porter come out, put me in a fucking wheelchair, and put me through. And fucking hell, what's happened? Yeah, it's been run over. So I'm like, no. I fell over some steps, fell down some steps. It must have been big fucking steps. Out as the 199 steps at Whitby. So they were saying when they were operating on me, the operating table, sorry, they were stitching me up and all that. So they ran out of the other stuff that they stick in you, so you don't feel it like anaesthetic. There was loads of it. He said, well, we've run out. He said, can't run out. He said, we put 176 stitches in him. I never swore. I was going to say, bloody hell. I said, just stitch me up without the anaesthetic thing. So I lifted my leg up to rest it, and anyway, all blood started pouring out the side of my leg. My leg was all stabbed the fuck down on the left side, and my backside was all stabbed, and my back was stabbed. Shithouse cowards. So they deemed it the police as attempted murder. So when daft ass, one eye Conroy's driving home, ding 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 ding, fucking simpleton, he's going home. The cops have just waited on the A19, where they're fucking look out for this vehicle. So daft comes driving along, covered in blood, weapons in the car, phone in the car what he used. Really fucking intelligent man, and he they're at his house already. They already raided his house. They were already in his house raiding it. So the phone was linked from Tommy's house. So that's where it was. So if he never used his phone, you probably wouldn't have got it. Would have been hard to track him. So they got him for the phone used from Tommy's house. Now around the corner is Laggate Lane, which is the biggest police. The main police station for the police where they put all the forensics and stuff, and they keep all the drugs and stuff for the court cases. So they caught them with that. So they just put the whatever they call the fucking thing and look out for this car. Caught him on the A19, arrested him. Say it was Friday night. Arrested him Friday, took him to court Saturday morning, and remanded him straight to home house. Attempted murder because they had the blood all over his Jeep, all over his clothes, all over his fucking Jeep. They had his phone registered to him, used in Tommy Harrison's house from Ormsby Bank. To my phone. How did he know my fucking number? He hadn't got any other phones. He hadn't had his phone, so it just showed you he just used it there. And also the people seen him, the people give his description, the neighbours and everything. Young Andrew made a statement, Tommy made a statement, Buster made a statement. They all made statements, but they never went to court. So if I went to court, made a statement, when they got me in, the cop said, he's looking at, we want this fucking animal off the streets. He's fucking shooting people, they're kidnapping people. We've been after this cunt a long time. You can do us the biggest favour, and society the biggest favour going. If you make a statement, I said, I'm not making no statement. I said, what are you about? I said, I fell over. He said, let me say something, son. He was either MI5 or he was National Crime Squad or regional, one of them, really top. You could see he was intelligent. He went, listen, young man. He said, they haven't just come down here to give you a good item. You don't think 14 people, 3 vehicles have come here, they've come to kill you. And later on, another man Conroy went with was Phil Berryman. Very intelligent man, Phil Berryman. He lives abroad now. They kidnapped Phil Berryman and made him take him on the boat to Spain to get 2 tons of cannabis. Conroy threatened his son, his wife. The kid was about 10-year-old. His wife was about Dawn Moran, I know Dawn. She was about 22, 23. I think Phil was about 35. Threatened him at gunpoint to use his boat to bring cannabis back. And if he didn't do it, he's going to kill his son and his wife. That's how tough you are, Mr. Conroy. A bully, a fucking bully. So he had to do it. He had no choice. So when he went to court, the man made statements, and his wife made statements. A little kid, and he got done. He got done with that. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. Only 37 on, over 200 people. This story's a breaking news. This is the first time it's been told this story properly. I'm fucking sick of this cunt torturing me and my wife. I'm sick of the bullying. I'm sick of the lies he's spouting out about me. I'm sick of the fucking shit. Let's get the truth out there. Let's get the fucking truth out tonight. So your big gang of 13 people with your shit house. When you went to jail, you were crying in jail. You were in the cell crying like a little girl. You were crying because they said, sorry, his solicitor said to him, you're looking at 20 years. And then the cops, when they got me, and it was Paul Hardy, they called the copper. No disrespect to him. That's what I remember his name. He was a big lad, about 16 stone body. When he said, Brian, what it is, he said, we know you can fight. There's none of them could ever fucking match you. There's no one can match you in this fucking area. No one. With them, fist to fist, he said, but it's different when there's 14 people. He said, really, you're not a grass for what they've done to you. He said, any man has the right to go to the police, to go to us and have this cut put away, he said, because it's not fair rules he's playing. And he's had 14 people, 13 people with guns and knives and fucking machetes. They've chopped you to fucking pieces. They left you for dead. Left you fucking for dead. Your family would have lost a son and everything through this fucking scumbag, just so he can get in your club to make money. It's all about he wants your club. That's what he's after. And, that's what they're after. So they've got me club for a few weeks, like I said, and I took it back off the cunts. But Conroy was in the thing, so I said to him, listen, so I've got a visit. I couldn't get out of hospital. I was in hospital, so I had the first operation. And the nurse, the doctor, she said, she's about 27, beautiful, black hair, American accent. She went, I've got to tell you, because I've got to tell you the truth. She said, there's a big chance, but we can't. There's a big chance that you might lose your leg. She said, from the knee. I mean, if you take my leg off, you might as well just fucking kill me. Just fucking knock me out or something and let me die on the table. There's no good me. I'm no one leg. I said, no good. I'm fucked. So they went, don't look at it like that. She said, I'll do my damnedest, I promise you. Anyway, it was successful, the operation. She said, your leg at the bottom's like that. They bashed all your veins and all you bashed it that bad, all your veins. I mean, it's like a Coke bottle now. It's full of blood. When I open that, it's just going to... So my leg at the bottom, I had 36.5-inch thighs. So my leg at the bottom was bigger than the top. So it was like that, my leg. It was massive. And it was filling up with blood. So we need units right now to merge the operation. So they took me in, opened it up, and was the scar on my leg's right down my leg. So it took about 2 years to heal properly. That's how bad I was. When I scratch my head now, 30 odd years later, it still bleeds because whether it's the crack my skull, you can see the hammer holes in my head, look, all over me. They're every fucking way. I'm all over my head. He hit me with a fucking full mash hammer in the back of the head. I did wobble, but the adrenaline kept me on my feet, and I grabbed the fat cunt. I rammed him right through a glass. You know, them old houses where they have glass doors. I rammed him right through the glass door. He went fucking flying. He had a leather jacket on. And the rest were fucking dragging me into the room. But I say, I've thrown them all over like fucking, they fucking shit themselves. They said, people in there who was there said, fucking hell, he said he was fucking ragging us about. He said he was like a fucking big Robbie Armstrong said. Bud Armstrong, sorry, he said. He was in jail with some of them, said, when we got him, we thought we'd got him here. And he started picking us and throwing us into walls, throwing us over settees and fucking throwing us into fucking, throwing Paddy through the fucking door, throwing right through the door. He said couldn't get him, couldn't pin him down. He was just fucking throwing us around all over. And then Glover tells a story with Cookie and says, we were hitting him with all sorts. We couldn't drop him. He just kept coming at us. He just was like a fucking machine. And he would not fucking go down. He said, I've never seen anyone in my life take that much punishment and keep coming at you and keep coming at you. He said, he's fucking unbelievable. And Cookie said he was just a fucking maniac. He was a maniac, a taxman that couldn't stop him. And then that was what they stopped me when they took my leg off me with the machete. And I was still trying to fight. So I was on the floor, like I said. I went, get up, Brian, get up, get off your fucking, get on your knees, you shithouse. Get up. And I went, come on. And Conroy like that, his face went fucking, his eyes went like massive black. And I went that, and he thought, how the fuck's he got up off the floor? He fucking shit himself. I was, come on. And the young kid said to them, he said, they run like fuck. A lot of them ran out of the house. So I got outside with a young kid, and I was on the wall, and there was loads of people going by. And the man next door got me in his car, like I say, took me to the hospital. Got put in the hospital. So I'm thinking I'm in there under like an armed guard, two policemen, and guns on, and one with like some type of machine gun. I don't know what it was. So there was like three altogether. It was two in the room, two outside my room. So when people come to see me, I was getting like 60 visitors a day, but they were only getting a minute in because you're only out so much minutes, say a couple of hours a day. So the family were coming, everyone had to sign in. So they were coming to you. He said, well, the corridor was full of people all the way down. Mr. Boyle, he's saying he's making it up. Now, I didn't fucking make up. Can even mention all the names will come. And they come to see me. I was in the fucking hospital. And I was in a bad way. So they were coming in. And I was there. And the coppers were coming round every day saying, look, what you need to do, just make a statement. This is what we'll do for you. I will get you £100,000. You're talking 1991 here. I will get you £100,000 put in your bank account tomorrow. And I will get you a deal where you sign up where nothing happens to you. And I'll also get you a job somewhere like, it was Essex, of all the places, said, we can move you in a nice area of Essex. So I've been with the Essex boys. It was 1991. So they said, we can move you down there, get you a £400 a week job, £100,000, like relocate you. I went, fuck off. And they were in from Norman. He said, look, these are dangerous people. I said, do you think I'm some fucking choir boy? Do you think I'm going to leave it? So anyway, like I say, fucking, I got out. Well, no, I was in there. I went to go to the toilet. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys, please. The thumbs up. Just so we can get the algorithms up that keeps the channel going good. So I said, can I go to the toilet? And what it was, I couldn't poo. I didn't want to poo on them fucking things you sit on. I thought I need to get to the toilet. So my leg was fucking huge, trying to get my leg off the bed. So I'm trying to get my leg off, and the cop's in your hand. Anyway, the cop grabbed the bottom of my leg and lifted it over. I went, ah! Because with my leg being up like that, and I went on the floor, it went boom, no, the blood in it. It just blew up. So I'm like, I passed out on the fucking bed. He went, you're all right? And sweat was pouring at me. So they give me these crutches. So I've got the crutches. It took me about 20 minutes to go about 10 feet to the toilet. So I'm getting to the toilet, and he went, just check the windows to see so you can't get out. Can't get out. My leg's bigger than my leg couldn't get through the window. It's that fucking big. And then I realised I was under armed arrest. I didn't know the guy side made a 10-page statement against me. That's what he done. Made a 10-page statement and grassed me up. I went, fucking hell. So I'm under armed arrest. I went, yeah. So anyway, they had a cop car outside going around 24 hours a day, seven days a week. I was in the hospital in 14 days. I had 2 operations in 10 days. And they said, really, you should have had 2 operations in 2 months. You should have been in here for 2 months. We rushed them in anyway. The nurses were scared of me because there was guns and fucking stuff, and the amount of people coming was ridiculous. So they would have like a cop car going around, say, 4 hours. Then another cop car would come and swap over, and they would have response going around. So they decided to move me from that hospital to the other end of the hospital where it was getting built. So it wasn't the same place. So they moved me from there, and they put me in an ambulance, and they put another cop there, like a I don't call the word when you're training, like a training thing. So I went in one ambulance with a blanket on me, and then they went left, and then the cop would go left in another wheelchair. So they used it like a training thing, and they had cops on the roof with sniper rifles and all that, obviously because they were being attacked, and they had weapons and everything because the people said they come out with guns and everything. So they deemed it, obviously. They said, we're deeming this now because you've been stabbed above the waist and they've got the holes in your head. If anyone stabbed you above the waist, they said, at the time, I didn't know this, they said, that's classed as attempted murder. But this now is classed as, if they killed you, it would have been premeditated murder. They're looking at 30 odd years. If you died, they'd have been getting 33 years plus. He said, because they've come out here to kill you. When somebody comes down with that type of people and then weapons, that isn't to scare you or frighten you. I'll give you a good hiding. That's to kill you. And then later on, Phil Berryman written his boat. Conroy made me do the stuff with the canvas and that. And he said, also, he said to me, if I need to get you, we'll come down and get Cockerill. He said, I might need you to use your boat. He said, what do you mean? He said, well, to take him out to sea. So you come down to kill me. That's what you tried to kill me. And because you couldn't do it, your fucking plans all went wrong. That fuck. Berryman said they were going to kill Brian Cockerill and put him out to sea in the boat, and he put that in his book, and it's in that book today, Phil Berryman's book, and that scumbag. So he's been locked up, fatty, locked up in the fucking cells, remanded to fucking home house where I could have had him done in by my people in there from my area. So I never. So what happened is one of these fucking Klingons come and said, "Oh, he's looking at 20 years." The solicitor said, "We'll give you $5,000." So they come to my house in Stockton, 29 Albany Road, and I said, "Look, I'll go down. I won't let you see anyone go to jail because I was, that's where I am." So I goes to the prison. I made a application to go to the prison the same. You had to fill a form in, put my name in and all that, and he gave consent. Now the other mate was in there, Speedy. He was in there at the same time, so he was padded up with him in the end. So I goes in, and I went with Angus and Duper. They took me down. The great lads. So we goes there, and I'm like on these crutches. My legs are fucking mess. And Conroy's there. So I goes to Conroy. I said, "Put your hand on your mouth." He said, "What for?" I said, "It's got cameras can read you. Let read you." So I said, "Look." He said, "Well, I'm fucked." He said, "Your blood, it's all over me fucking car. They've got all that. They've got weapons in the car. They've got everything. They've got witnesses in the street, all sorts." I said, "Well, I can sort that. No problem." I said, "What I'll do is do you know when you were sparring?" He said, "I'm lost." "Well, just pretend you mean you were sparring. And you caught me on the nose, blood all over you, went all over you, and you had to get me in the Jeep and clean my nose up, and that's where it was." My friend, "What you say that after we tried to kill you?" So he admitted they said, "After we tried to kill you." I went, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "Look, after this, me and you'll be pals for life. I'll never." I said, "Fuck off, you don't have to groom me. I'm not a fucking idiot." So I said, "Look," he said, "Look," he said, "What about the fucking 10-page statement?" He said, "Oh, Garside's just a box. He doesn't know he's not a criminal." I went, "No, for fuck's sake." So anyway, fucking he got that done because when I was in the hospital and I was coming out, they said to me, "You can go home now, but you've got to have your leg elevated." The doctors and nurses. So when they were letting me out that day, I forgot that bit to tell you. So I'm getting out of the hospital. So I've got family coming to pick me up. They went, "Oh no, we need to pay the police station." I said, "Yeah, you can't do that." The doctor surgeon said, the woman surgeon said, "You can't do that. He needs his leg elevated, and every 6 hours he needs a district nurse to come round and give him a dressing." So on my leg, it's all like little crisscross bits like that, little crisscross where they put a gauze on. So they took me to Stockton Police Station. I was at Middlesbrough. It might be Middlesbrough. Took me to Middlesbrough Police Station. I was in there, and they grilled me for this, that, and the other. And it's right, we're charging you for assault on Dave Garside and going into the Eclipse with a 9mm Uzi machine gun and other assailants with weapons and handguns and machetes. So I'm in the fucking cells 3 days, fucking disgusting. My leg's killing me. I said, "Look, my leg, I was on fucking morphine. He gave me 2 paracetamol, the doctor, the fucking wanker, or the police doctor, scumbag." So I'm in there, tears on my face, fucking pain's unreal. Goes to court. So goes to court, and it was a Saturday morning. I remember it was a Saturday morning because it was a Friday. It was a Saturday. The Liberty took me Saturday to get me remanded. So anyway, because they know on a Saturday, don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. Only 59 like buttons. So on a Saturday, the chances of getting bail is 50-50 on like Monday to Friday. On a Saturday, it's probably 30% chance because they're like, they've got no else better to do. These fucking judges, these magistrates, so they go, "I'll put him in jail," or one of them like that, horrible cunts. So I've gone in, and when you go down the Bridewell, is where you sit with all the lads and that. And then you take it along the corridor, and then you have to go up these stairs. There's about 20 stairs. So I can't climb them. And the screw went, "He's fucking in a bad way. Look, the sweat pissing out of him here." So they had to get a chair. I tried to go on the crutches. I couldn't get up. I was on the crutches. I was halfway up. Anyway, they got, "Can you get a chair and give me a break?" And yeah, get him a chair. So they got a chair, and they held the chair while I sat on it for about 5 minutes to get my breath. And I had to try and get up. So they were pulling me up. And they were pulling me into the thing. "What's going on? What the hell's going on?" I never said the words like "have hell," but as if to say like in our language. "What the fuck's going on?" He went, "This man's ill. He's look at the state of him." So I've come in, there's fucking stitches all over my face and everything, eyes shut and everything. Fucking mess I'm in, a proper mess. So they went, "This man's ill." He said, "Yeah, come in, Mr. Cockerill. And they said all these things. He said, well, we're going to bail you to come back. There's no way you should be in there. You should be in hospital. You should be at home. He said, so we're going to bail you to come back, say a month's time or something. So I had to get a lift off someone, come and pick me up. So I got hold of the lads and phoned them, come and pick me up and took me up. So I was at home then, but I was on bail conditions, not to leave the area and not to go out the house type of thing. Only I had to be in at a certain time every day. So I then got a visit with Mr. Conroy, contacted these people from Hartlepool and said, look, I'll go up. So I went and seen him and I said to him, look, I'll make a statement where you're my friend. So in them days, there was a thing called an old style committal. So he was up for trial. He was going to go to jail. He said, his solicitor come up to him. He was a little bloke, I think I called him Jimmy. He was only about 5'4" something. And I said, look, Jimmy, he said, are you Brian? I said, yeah. I said, I've come here today because Mr. Conroy's my friend. I said, the police are setting him up. I said, me and him go back for years. I said, we used to box. I said, we were sparring. That's where the blood's come from. He's my friend. I said, he's never touched me. I said, it's a different gang from Hartlepool who got me. I know the lads who got me, totally different people. It's just a coincidence that they were wherever. And he knew I was lying. I mean, but because I gave that evidence, I went in the courtroom, spoke to the magistrates, because it was only the magistrates hearing, and they said, the case is against Mr. Conroy, where this prosecution, barrister stood up and said, prosecution solicitor stood up and said, we wish to withdraw the case against, the Crown wished to withdraw the case against Mr. Conroy. Mr. Cockerill's here to make a statement. Are you willing to do it, Mr. Cockerill? I said, yes, Your Honour. Has anyone forced you to come here? I said, no, Your Honour, I've come myself. He's my friend. And I think the police have been after the man for a while. And I think they're just using this as an excuse. I went, okay, then, thank you very much for coming. And you can go now. And I went and I listened over the balcony and I went, case against him dismissed. So I saved you at least 20 fucking years. And you're coming on doing a post about my fucking wife. You want to be fucking lucky. I haven't made statements against you, but you're fucking locked up for fucking 30 years. They said you would have got a 30-year plus because you came down premeditated, attempted. You were arrested for attempted murder on me. You weren't in for anything else. Stop fucking lying. You were in there for attempted murder on Brian Cockerill. That's what you got charged with. And I got you off. I can't believe you're doing this again, mate. To marry you, you lost fucking people you can bully. Yeah, Donna, you're right. Yeah, we know he's got police handlers. He's a fucking mongrel. He is a mongrel. But that word mongrel is off the Australians. Get out, you fucking mongrel. But 1-to-1, you wouldn't fucking dare meet me because you're a coward. You can't fight. You're creating smashing windows and things like that. Putting people's cars, smashing cars up and stuff, and getting little divvies to do things and sitting back. But your days are numbered, you're fucking scum. Pure scum. Everyone knows what you are. Every fucking knows what you are. Low life, and you did it at Donald's fucking relation, pulled the little kid's teeth out. Fucking little kid, you wouldn't even dare fucking hit a little skinny kid like that. Pretending his teeth were rotten. Pulled his teeth out. For 2 days they tortured the kid, screaming like a pig. Pulling his fucking teeth out and beating him up and hammering him with the hammers and all sorts. He's got 11 years for it, didn't you? 10 years, I think he got 10 years for that. 10 years for fucking doing that. Disgusting. That's all you can do with little kids or in a gang. Can't do 1-to-1 total like your brother could. Paddy fucking, Mickey fucking battered you all over your own brother because of what you were doing. Yeah, took child benefits from people, yeah. You're right. What he used to do is, he used to go and say to them, give us your what you want to borrow, say 50 quid, and like women are struggling, like, and they get the Monday book they were called years ago. It was like a pension, not a pension, it was like family allowance book, that was it. He would give them, say 20 quid, and he said, I want 50 quid back. If they never paid the 50 quid, he'd take the family allowance book off them. That's how low life they couldn't you are, taking people's family allowance off, little kids starving because the mum's wanted a few tabs and things like that, and fucking cigarettes. And he used to take the Monday books off them, they called them here, family allowance books. 226 thumbs up. Don't forget to push the like buttons. Sorry, not 226. Fucking hell, no one here. 226 in the chat. Sorry, 237 now. Yeah, Donna, he supplied dealers. Yeah, he was supplying. Of course, he was doing the fucking drugs. He was selling drugs. Of course, he was. Why do you think he was bringing the 2 ton of fucking cannabis over here? But he threatened them 2 kids in the house. He phoned me up. Andrew's friend. Andrew lives in Thailand now. He said, if I have to come back and make statements again, I couldn't, I would, because these are just normal world-class people. The young kid who lived next door was 30 odd years ago, so what's he, 40 or nearly 50-year-old, 40 odd year old. He's phoned Emma. Well, he texted her on here, tell you the truth. Can I talk to you anyway? She phoned. And he said, well, they did. Brian was disgusted. He said, well, Brian, I'll never forget. He said, they had him on the floor. He went down after the bashes, and I don't know, he kept up. Tommy said, Emma, when he come in, he hit him on the head with that mash at me. He said, I thought Brian was dead. And he just turned around and grabbed Conroy and fucking threw him right through the door. He said, that man's strength is unbelievable. He said, the power in him was unreal. 14 of them fucking beat him, and he still got up. He still got up and walked out the fucking house and still wanted to fight them on his fucking feet, hobbling on his one leg, hobbling along the fucking thing and pulling the passage thing. And the young Andrew was helping him across. That was Andrew. And the young kid was about 12, 13 year old. Yourself, that was out, son. Getting to the gloves. Come on, you fucking scumbag on the front. And people were driving by, seeing it all. And like I say, that just made me a bigger name, because I said if 14 people with hammers and bars and guns and knives fucking couldn't put him out the game, how the fuck's one going to stop him? How the fuck was one man on the one going to beat him? So it just made me a bigger name. But the great thing was, I never made a statement. I made a statement, but I got him off. All them years. I got you off. And this is the thanks I got off you. Low life cunt there. What a low life fucker. Going to fucking torture my wife. She's had enough through the boils. And now Boyle is picking up my fucking brother, Steve Mack. I love Steve Mack. He's a great kid. He's got a little girl. She's 14, 15-year-old. This noncy, dirty bastard. Nonce. There's not nonce there. He's groomed there. So I told him, I said, go to the police. Do not fucking think you're a grass going to the police over a nonce. Do you fuck? I get the fucking cunt locked up. So he's got to the police. They went, he did the right thing. And the police have turned around and said, my sister's a top social worker. I asked her, she said, it's grade A grooming. He said, I'll come and do this and come out. So he gave her a lift, a 15-year-old kid. He's 40-odd-year-old, this cunt, right? He gave her a lift and driving at 119 mile an hour and crashed the car and left to get the little kid in the car. What a fucking scumbag, could have killed her. So now you're going to get done for dangerous driving. You'll get 5 or 6 years for that. But having a minor in the car, 14, 15-year-old kid, 66 texts, all referring to fucking grooming. So the policewoman looked at it because they're experts, and I commend the police. I commend anyone who brings paedophiles down, any dirty bastard trying to get at the children. You've got to go to the police. You've got to go to the police to get these fuckers off the street, I said to Steve, because if you don't do it, then another kid will get caught, and then you'll read and say, Tommy whatever has done such and such and murdered this one and raped her, and you'll think, I could have got him in jail. I could have stopped this kid going to jail. Teeny and Shirley. Yeah, Tinny and Shirley read the chat. They've been in the chat talking shit, going, Cockerill, Steve Mack loves fucking Cockerill and this, that, and the other. He's like, he loves what was he, Cock he calls me. Instead of Cockerill, he calls me Cock. So he's putting comments on about Steve's daughter. I've been with this lad and thinks it's funny, laughing about his daughter being groomed by a fucking bloke. That's that dirty bastard. How can you, Cleveland police, sit there and let this fucking scumbag do what he's doing to people? How can you let this fucking Boyle do this? What he's trying to do, he said to Steve, where did you chase me then? You're telling me when you chased me? Oh, no, this Steve's got to sit to Steve straight. He's trying to get Steve to go, I'll smash your fucking head and all that. He's trying to entice the lad in, knowing that his daughter. Why don't Cleveland police do something? Please, why don't you do something for this fucking scumbag, what he's doing? He's trying to get Steve, because Steve's like, his fucking head's gone. And I've said to Steve, I'll come and stay at the house with you, right? I'll stay at your house with you, because I don't trust him when he's on. Because if he snaps, he'll do him in. And he's going to go to jail, he's going to lose his daughter. I mean, I said, you're not fucking doing that. So that's what he's doing, Boyle. He's trying to entice Steve to go around and threaten him. And he's going, well, come and meet me and come and do this, Boyle said to him. He's entrapping him. Why aren't you doing your job, Cleveland police? Fucking hell, can't you be a fucking human being out there, one decent police officer, and go and investigate this fucking scumbag? He's torturing Steve to have a go at him, going, well, where did you get me? Where did you get me? Where did you chase me and stuff? So they're trying to get Steve because he allegedly chased him. So he's trying to get Tate in. It's called entrapment. And he's laughing about Steve's daughter being groomed by a fucking nonce. That's fucking sick, guys. I don't know about you. I think this cunt wants wiping off the fucking space of the earth, this cunt. He's going to get done in, that cunt. He's seriously going to get done in. People like that, because we all know he's a fucking nonce, because he's got Paul Sykes, Paul Sykes, Jimmy Savile. He's obsessed with paedophiles, and now he's got a real life one who's about Teesside now, running about. We know his name, but the police have got the stuff, they've got everything, and she went straight away. She went, I've just done one of these not long ago. She said, this is, he got grade C, and he got fucking something like 7 years for it. She said, this is grade A. I don't know what it fucking means, mate. I haven't got a clue, but I know Maria Howarth knows. Maria knows, and I've been telling Steve what to do and everything, so I've been the same. You can't get called a nonce. You can't get called a grass, putting a paedophile in jail. The one putting in jail and the one setting the light. That's what the one doing, the one fucking setting the light. But this cunt, this Boyles, teamed up with the paedophile. The paedophile saying, I never done that. I was only doing this and doing this, lying. The police have said that's full grade A grooming. She said, and I said to Steve, I'll bet you, pound to a penny, Steve, other people start phoning you. And 2 girls have phoned up already, said he's done it to me. He's done it to me. The same person has done it to other girls. So I think they're going to put statements in as well. So if he's got multiple children he's done this to, he's fucked. But you know what? I hope you get life, you cunt. I hope you get fucking life off the life. They're driving 116 mile an hour with a 14, 15-year-old kid in the car off you then on drugs and crashing the car and running off and leaving the kid. It's already worked out for him, you say. He's already been done this. The shit house when little James come from. James chased him and he fucking shit himself, this coward. When they're like the proper fight, I couldn't fight him. Steve's offered him out. I said, Steve, you're not fighting him, Steve, because he'll get you locked up. You're going to fuck the case up. Yeah, autistic man, yes. Anything to do with pedo stuff, police matter, yeah, it's fucking disgusting, mate. You're right. There's no way in this fucking world that anyone should let a child be raped. And if anyone's been nonced of anyone out there who's a young kid, a young boy who's been ghost, phone the police, phone your dad, go to the school, go to anybody and tell them what's happened to you, to the person who's done it to you. Because if you don't, please listen to me, if you don't, this person will go to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage where they end up killing someone, raping someone and murdering them because they're sick in the head. They're not wired up right. The one putting in the loony bin, like Boyle one's putting in the loony bin. He is a Looney Tunes, this fucker. So this Boyle now is now running about with a paedophile. He's not in the same areas, but he's commenting with him like on the Facebook and sending Steve. I think he's smashed him to fuck, yeah. But you can't do that, Steve. You're not doing out like that. Crash him to bits would get jailed. Yeah, you can. You're not doing out like that. You keep away from the cunt. Till he knows that, yeah, he's a fucking scumbag. But you don't. He's not doing the same act what we do now. I'm fucking telling you. I'm doing now. He's done the right thing. No one on this planet will call you a grass. And if you didn't do it, I'd have went fucking mad. I'd have went berserk with you. I'd have went fucking mental if you didn't. You need to take paedophiles off the fucking streets for to make the world a safer place. These people aren't wired up right. You imagine if he'd have got to what he'd done the next stage, you'd have killed yourself. You'd have topped yourself. So now you've done the right thing. There's no such thing as grass in a grass. There's no such thing as grass in a paedophile. If you don't make a statement, you're not a human being. You're just as bad as the paedophile because you're going to let him get away with it. If you let that cunt get away with it, and another child gets hurt, and another child, you go, and then the kid gets murdered, you'll sit there and go, what the fuck have I done? What have I done? You'll start crying your eyes out. You'll make yourself ill. There's no such thing, Steve, as fucking grasping a paedophile, mate. You're doing the world a favour. You're doing the world a fucking job of society. That's why you, Boyle, need put away, because you're deranged, you cunt. You're definitely your wife and you are fucking mentally deranged. And both of you are vile. This is a woman who worked with. I'm going to phone and sit in the vice bureau, but I'm going to fucking tell her about this cow, that big fat bastard. She's enabled him to fucking talk to a paedophile while he went for the sitting in vice bureau. You are fucking vile, you, Shirley Boyle. You are vile, you. You definitely want put in jail, you. You need sections, you. You're a fucking horrible big balloon, you. Just because you can't get another man, you sat with that little noncy bastard, and that's all you're doing, you fatty. Because you can't get a shag off anyone else, can you? You fucking vile. Sat there fucking, my husband this and my husband that. He sat there laughing at a man's son being fucking groomed. And you're sitting enabling him. What was it? Your fucking daughters. What was your daughters? An aggregate. You wouldn't like it then, would you? Fucking vermin you are. You sat there letting him fucking do this. Honest to God, it drives me around the bend. Positive vibes. He's a crank, end of. Yeah, but he's a crank, mate. He's torturing people. We know he's a crank, but he's fucking torturing people. Saying, "I'm coming to get your kids. I'm gonna groom your kids. I'm gonna rape your dog. I'm gonna rape your wife." He's been doing it to me and Emma for 4 years, torturing me and Emma with fucking threats to kill my house. He killed my dog. For all we know, he poisoned Scrappy. He said, "I poisoned your dog, killed your dog." So we don't know if he did or not. Scrappy just died. Scrappy was fine on the Monday. Woke up, he was dead the next day. So we don't know if he killed the dog as well. But little Eli's been poisoned as well. Because we took him to the vets, they said, "This dog's been poisoned." So that cunt's poisoned my dog. He went, Gary Smasher, he calls, "I'll smash your fucking head and I get hold of you, cunt. I will smash your skull in, you cunt, if I get hold of you. Fuck the police. Fuck yous. Want to kill little dogs? You fucking animal. You're a fucking beast, you are. I hope somebody's out there who's got a fucking heart, a big heart, and says, "I'm going to wipe you out, you fat cunt. I'm going to wipe you out, you cunt. Because you will get wiped out, you cunt. Because that's what's going to happen to you. Like, I'm going to read in the paper what's happened to you, and I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to be fucking drinking a cup of coffee, and I'll be doing it in glee. Might be a Christian in the 21st century, and I'll call myself. Because no way am I ever. That's why I never, ever put my name to that book, you fat lying cunt Boyle. I never took my name to that book, because that fucking nonce Paul Sykes is in the book. And you've got him on the back of my book saying, Paul was this, and Brian said Paul could do it. I never, ever. I went to fight fucking him. I went there. Conroy was with us at the time, years ago. And he wouldn't fight me. And then I took money off him, £1,200. Me, Garside and Terry Rich took £1,200 off him. Give the lad £600 a week taxed, and we had £200 each. There's how hard your Paul Sykes was, a shithouse. Terry Mitchell battered him that bad. He never ever come back to fucking Leeds. He's a pure bully, like you, Boyle. You are a bully. You are a bully. You bully your own son. You've got your son running about for Brown. You are a fucking bully. You are a bully. Your days are numbered now, you cunt. You're finished, you. Siding with a paedophile, trying to touch a little girl up, 14, 15-year-old, trying to have sex with a little 15-year-old. There's 66 comments on Steve's little daughter's phone. "Why don't you come and meet me, darling? Oh, can I just send you a picture?" Come on, now, for fuck's sake. I can't say his name. He's a dirty little fucking horrible cunt. Shithouse. But the thing is, Donna, it's all out now. So I've proved all along this cunt was torturing people. Been torturing poor Emma for 4 years. She's had a mental breakdown to him and everything. Torturing him. I'm in hospital, paralysed in a bed. He's going, "I'm going to rape your wife, you daft old cunt. What are you going to do now? You can't even move. You're in hospital. I'm going through the back door of your house. I'm going to rape her. I'm going to constantly rape her, and then I'm going to bum your dog. I'm going to kill your brother, Bobby." But he couldn't prove it was him. But it's the way he writes. Maria House knows when you've got your fingerprints, they never change unless you cut your finger or something. But you've got your logistic fingerprint. He's the same MO in everyone. "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I'm going to burn your house down. I'm going to poison your dog. I'm going to rape your dad. I'm going to bum your dog. I'm going to rape your daughter." It's the same MO on every single person. There's hundreds and hundreds of people he's done it to. Carol Edwards, Dale Brendan Hyde, Raggy, now Steve, me, Simon Ambler. Okay, it just goes on. Terry Dicko, Joseph Taylor, and his grave through him, fucking torturing him, and he's still at it, going to Steve, "I'm going to do it. I boxed. I've got pamphlets. I can prove I boxed." Steve went, "You never boxed. You're a fucking crank. You never fought at all. You're a divvy, a crank. What you don't got Shirley to fucking screenshots and do what you do with me. Put a picture on it and fucking thingy it, fat Shirley that's at the Vice Bureau, using the computers in there to torture people, and you're using Cleveland Police to bully people." He's a fucking wronging him. He's a wronging. So I've told you all along, guys, what an evil cunt he is. He's going, "Brian Cockerill bullied me." I haven't bullied you at all. I've stood up for myself now and not pooling and offered you out for a fight. You offered me out for a fight when I was in a wheelchair. I'm not in the wheelchair now, Jamie, so I'm able to come and fight anywhere you want, but you won't do it because you're a coward. And Steve Mack would rip your fucking spleen out in 2 seconds. One punch, you'd take your fucking spleen out. But I've told him not to do nothing because that's what you want. You cunt. You want to break us up. You don't want us together. United we stand, divided we fall, and we stick together as a family. And now it's going to be happening to Steve Mack, and now it's going to be happening to his daughter. I'll make sure. Your little plan's not working. You've tried to entice him in for this dirty bastard nonce, and he's offered you money. That's what he's done. He's offered you money. That's what he's done. And he's a baghead like you, a smack rat, cokehead, smackhead right like you. He's going nowhere, this cunt. There's warrants out for his arrest anyway for the chase. He's banged the rights on camera. They've got him a place. He's on speed like fuck on the camera, and they've got him running off down the street. They can see him as clear as day, and they've got his fingerprints and everything all over the car. So they've got him for that. But he's also wanted for another one where he done it. He actually ran a lad over at Park End and got off with it because he's a snitch. His dad's the biggest police informant in Middlesbrough. When the Operation Lancet came out, his dad, I'll mention him later on, but his dad was known as the biggest police. Bam Bam fucking hated him. The biggest police informant ever in Park End. You'll know one about the fucking ginger cunt, grassing cunt, big fat cunt he used to be. He's the biggest snitch walking, biggest police informant ever. He's admitted being a cop, a police informant. Yeah. Can't do no freedom because it's in the police. It's in the hands of the police now, which is in the best hands because the police one was lovely. So I can't say anything bad about him. And I said, neither can I. What you've done is right, Steve. I said, you can't do it yourself. If you did it yourself, you'd get off. When you beat that paedophile up, see, any of you paedophile hunters out there, you've got to watch what you're doing. What you're doing is good, but when you go to them and you start saying, you're a non-sign, you're a lunch, and you're threatening them, you fuck the case up because you're bullying them into doing it. It's called duress. So if I say to somebody, that sky's blue, and he's frightening me, the sky's yellow, sorry. Yeah, it's yellow. The sky's purple and orange and white. He agreed with because I'm in his face. So what you've got to do is track them down, get the evidence for the police, give it to them and let the police do the arrest. If you do the arrest and you say, you're a nonsense, I'll smash your fucking head, and the case gets kicked out. I've seen it time and time again. To let the professionals do the job. If you're going to put them down, phone the police, you're doing a good job, and get these cunts off the street. Because they're not human beings. These are fucking people who want to rape little kids, want to rape little babies, want to rape little fucking 12, 13-year-old kids. They're not right yet. And Boyle's laughing at kids being raped. I told you he was a fucking wrong, didn't I? I told you all the time. Paul said, when they were 13, 14, he used to have threesomes with them. I'm going, fucking hell, no, my head to him. He's going, yeah, but it wasn't. He'd give consent. 13 and 14-year-old kids, you're fucking wrong. And he's going, and he had sex with his wife, and he used to rape his sister. But his sister said, he used to sneak in my bedroom and rape me. He said, well, I can't put that in the book. You know why you couldn't put that in the book, Boyle? Because no one bought your book. And I know no one will buy the book now. I know all you good people now will say, no, don't buy the Paul Sykes books. Don't buy the Lee Duffy books. Because they're all lies. You never give Carol Edwards any money. Never give the Duffy family any money. It's all lies. Don't buy his books. There's none left anyway. We've had them all took down. He's ripped everyone off. That old poor man, Marty Terror, pretending he's grave if you bought the books. So he's passed away fighting him in the court cases and beat him, but got nothing out of it. But we've let you all know what this scumbag is. He's going to be doing a book on this one. Going to be doing. Why would a man? Big Papa, sorry, Papa, I thought it was not going to be on tonight because Steve was bad. I was going to go to his house, you see. We've got Papa anyway. He comes straight up. I know he's another great lad who'll come up back as 100%. We've got that many people behind us, mate. There's that many people, Steve, behind you, son. We all love you a bit. Best way, no good at trying the name calling the meat. Yeah. You can't go. They won't meet you. They're probably shit. Cowardly cunts. Smoking with the dog on the lap. Stop watching him. Yeah, he's horrible. There's a clue. That name, Tommy. Tommy. How we do it out, Tommy. There's the clue for you. That's the clue. All the top lads are all top boxers who are like. One lad's my pal who's in jail, great boxer, European heavyweight champion. His brother, top heavyweight fucking boxer, tough as fucking nails, fuming with him and fuming with Boyle. They've had enough of these cunts now. They've had enough of them torturing people. These fucking, the writing's on the wall for you, Boyle. You've finished yourself now. You have finished, you fat cunt. You are one dirty, paedophile, loving bastard. You're a wrong and you are a wrong and. And she sat there, fatty. She'll shite herself when these people come for you and they come through your door. Fat, shitty house, fucking Yates. You'll shite your fucking self. You've pushed the boat too far now. You're bullying. far too far you've gone now. You've gone right over the fucking top, burning people's houses, trying to kill people in their houses, and sitting back laughing. You think you're clever, Shirley, do you? Do you think you're fucking clever, do you? You think you're clever? You really think you're fucking clever, fatty, don't you? That stupid cunt you're with. He really thinks he's clever hanging around with smackheads and texting people off phones and laughing at the fucking children being groomed. You think that's funny to you, Shad? Do you see it? Does your sister and your mum know what this is going on? Your dad and everything, and your fucking ex-husband and your daughters? Do they know what your fucking husband's doing? Do they know he's fucking sitting with a paedophile and fucking laughing at people, sniffing fucking drugs and torturing Steve Mapp because they're this fucking scruffy little cunt? Nonce his fucking nonce his daughter. You're fucking wrong. You're a disgrace, Shirley. You're a fucking disgrace. You're supposed to be a mum. You've got 3 kids and you're letting him do what he's doing. You're a fucking disgrace. You're enabling him to do this stuff just because you can't get anyone else. You're not right yet, you. In the end, it'll all come out and it's going to come to you. People are going to come to you in the street and say, you fat, dirty bastard. We'll torture you in the street for the rest of your life because that's what's going to happen to you. As soon as your face is out there, it's all out there. You're going to get tortured off people because people won't put up with your shit. Your bullying's been going on that long. You've done this too. You've gone right over the board today. He's gone right overboard, texting Steve. Your daughter's been groomed. Your daughter's been nonced and all that. He's putting all sorts to Steve. Horrible vow. Your daughter's getting nonced and all that stuff. Yeah, well, Decker's a nonce. Yeah, well, Decker is best friends with Jamie Bow. Decker and him are like that. Decker and him are doing all the messages you see and everything. Bellenders and all that with Dougie Joyce and everything. That's Decker and Boyle together. And Shirley's using the Sitting Advice Bureau's computers in Middlesbrough to find people where they live. That's what she's doing. She's finding people where they live through them computers and saying to people, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell the dole you're on the dole. I'm getting the dole on you. I'm getting you done. She's sick in the head there. She's definitely mentally deranged in the head. So where's your house, Shirley? You've got the house of fuck all. You've got nothing. Your job will be going next. People are going to see it and think, what the fuck? What's he on about? And the people will check up and they'll realise what's going on. She's one fat, fucking horrible woman there. My back's killing me now. But she's been a couple of posts on. Cheers, Tommy. Tommy end up long prison sentence. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to get. The thing is, when he's in jail, this cunt, I've got friends in every fucking jail. And if he goes to Durham, you're finished. If you go to Home House, you're finished. I've got people in there, top serious people. Tommy, you've got nice sugar water waiting for you in there. Nice fucking red hot butter, nice in there. Nice fucking slash right across the face. That's what you'll get. You'll get cut the fuck, this cunt. People all over Middlesbrough looking for him. They're everywhere. Every cunt's looking for him. Maybe end up long prison sentence. Is it both fluid? Yeah, that's what they do, mate. Fucking lot. Terrible, mate, doing this to fucking people, and then Boyle fucking laughing at Steve. Like they don't know what's happened to him. Your daughter's getting nonced. Like, even though she hasn't been, but she could have been. But the police have deemed it as a grade A, top of the one. Which you read this, went, this is disgusting. This is definitely trying to groom a kid for sex. He's fucked. And even if he gets off for that, it's going to be everywhere in the newspapers. I mean, he'll top himself, that daft little cunt. And he's another one, Boyle. He's another one. He'll end up top himself. He's another fucking shit house. He was going to jail and he'd top himself in Boyle. He couldn't do jail. He'd fucking top himself. He couldn't do 10 minutes in a cell. Coward. The people in jail would do you in, Boyle, in 2 seconds. You would be in the nonce wing, you, with all the nonces. You'd love it there, wouldn't you? The things are closing in on you, the walls now. You're all going to bed every night, and every time you go to bed. Yeah. Cascott watched Paddy for 18 months. I used to like him, but sickened me. No, not the nonsense stuff, but he talks about folk. Yeah, he's fucking horrible, mate. He's just a vile cunt, mate. Horrible. He shouldn't even be on YouTube, mate. He should be taken down. He's a fucking vile, horrible cretin. Horrible bully. Can't fight. Never had a fight in his life. Not once. Yeah, night zoo girl. Thanks for being on. And have a good night's rest. Yeah, right, guys. I'm going to shoot. My side's fucking killing me tonight. I know I can't stay on much longer because my side, and I'll try to stay on, but my side's fucking killing me. I've been on about 30-40 minutes. It went off, didn't it? So we probably got two lives in that one. But yeah, laughing at a nonce. Laughing at a nonce boiled. Grooming a fucking young 14, 15-year-old girl. Just because it's Steve Mac's fucking daughter. Because he's my brother. Nah. Fucking horrible. It's not right, is it? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to your worst enemy. You wouldn't sit laughing at someone thinking, your daughter's getting nonced. It's just that's how sick he is. Him and his wife. She's the fucking horrible thing she is. She's the one with Ebenezer Greensplat. That's her. She's the Dark Box Secrets. She went on Dark Box Secrets and the silly fat cow text on the War Cry Publishing. So we knew it was you. Then you did another time when Bull caught you out. You come on such and such and it went War Cry Publishing. So it was you texting me. You texted me, threatening me while I'm under investigation of a case where I'm supposed to be doing things to you and fuck all to you. And it's you texting me and threatening Emma. They've done fuck all. They've done out, Cleveland Police. Terrible. We're so up to get this fucking nonsense cunt. He thinks he's clever, this cunt. He really does. 78 thumbs up. Don't forget to push to get their like buttons, guys. We're coming up. I think we got 150 last night. Cass Cop. Colin Maguire. Johnny Jump. I'm just going to stand up a bit there, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking hips killing me. Oh, God. My God. Took my wife out for a bit of stuff and to the shop. The hips really tight. I've been doing some like hip flexor exercise that made myself worse. Oh, yeah, poor Steve. He's the nicest kid you could ever meet. You know, he can fight for fun, but he hates injustices and he hates fucking bullies and he hates fucking police informers. But he said, "Oh, I'll get called up." I said, "You won't get called a grass." I said, "Even if you did, who would give a fuck?" So I wouldn't. If I could say, if there's a chance of saving let's look at this at me, Steve. There's the chance of saving the kid's life. Getting called a grass. You call me a grass 1,000 times. I'm saving some little girl's life, or some kid from being raped, or some kid being nonced by a paedophile. I would rather go to jail, and then the kid get raped or the kid get fucking murdered. I'd rather do jail for the cunts. But you don't have to now because the police are involved and he's on the run. He's already on the run because he's already up for an offence where he got something like 4 years, and he got out after he's on parole. So he's on 2-year parole. So as soon as they catch him, he's getting 2 years. That's all we need in that jail. 2 years, you're getting your fat little daft scruffy cunt, little smelly meth cunt. So he's going to get in jail straight away, 2 years. And then he'll get about 4, maybe 6 years for the dangerous driving because they're really hammering it now. I got done dangerous driving years ago. It was nothing. It wasn't going through the streets, 60 miles an hour on a 30-mile-an-hour road. He's doing 119 miles an hour, 116 miles an hour on the road, crashed and ran off and left the kid in the car, having a minor in the car. Shouldn't have had her in the car in the first place. Pretend to need do you fancy coming up Ormsby Bank? He said, and we'll do some exercise and I can train you. Copper went straight away. That's so they can put their hands on. Move your thing up and move that there and all that. Dirty bastard. Dirty, make me sick. Just make me balk, it is. I hate the cunts. Every one of them should be killed. Everyone should should line them up against the wall and machine gun a lot of the cunts. And I would be the one that would do it for them. I would fucking wipe a lot of them out. I would do it as a job. I would love to do it as a job. Okay, Levy, son. 501. Good luck with your bits. Hangman's audit. You go to prison, Graham. I have a choice to do the time. Yeah. My eyes are going fucking weird. Somebody said my eyes are bad. because I'm always on the computer, answering questions, and I'm fucking sitting here at the bright light. My niece said, "What it is, Uncle Brian?" She said, "When you look at a screen all day, it makes your eyes go." So my eyes are fucking killing me. Edgar Lee, have a great day tomorrow. We will, Edgar. Don't forget to come back on tomorrow. We love you. I'm going to audit a lovely lad, Durham, on Friday, prison audit. So I'd like to go to Durham on Friday. I'd like to go in there as a fucking... I'll make the Mike Bug the screw next door and get his uniform. Come on, you. Good deal. Right under a fucking car, I'd throw. I'd throw Boyle right under a fucking car if I was a prison officer. I'd boot him under a car. Oh, he tried to escape. He's fucking horrible, isn't he? He's horrible. Just anything to bully us. Because he knows we love Steve. So he's trying to hurt Steve to hurt me and Emma. He's definitely wired up, this cunt. Because usually when he's seen this the last couple, you've only probably seen it about the last 6 months or a year. This has been going on for 4 years with Emma. Torturing to burn the house down, coming to rape you. Emma got sexually abused and nearly got raped off 2 lads. He found out the names, got the pictures of them, and sent the pictures to her and said, "We're coming to get you, we're coming to rape you." And she told him on the train what happened. So he explicitly said everything what she told him. So she really believed they were coming. She had a mental breakdown through him, proper mental breakdown, screaming like mad, like fucking seeing the pictures of the 2 lads who tried to rape her. And that dirty bastard Boyle and his wife put the pictures on her Facebook and sent them to her, saying, "We're coming to get you, we're coming to get you again. It's time to get raped again," all these horrible things to Emma. So Emma had a breakdown through it all, like fucking totally gone in the head. Couldn't she looked staring at the wall like for hours and hours, and he's going he laughing. I see having the breakdown and all that. You fucking bastard! And then when the windows went through, she was like that, shaking like that, petrified. He went, "Is Emma shaking like a shithouse dog?" "Well, you'll shake when I get hold of you, you cunt. You'll fucking diarrhea yourself when I get hold of you, you cunt. You'll diarrhea yourself, you fat bastard, because you are one fucking horrible cunt." Prison Durham too, good 2 audits. The nearest jail to us is Home House. That's where I think he'll go. It's either there or Durham, but the Durham jail I've got some big friends in there finishing sentences off. Naughty lads I've got nearly everyone knows Mouse needs me. Everyone knows me in fucking the Northeast. Most of the people in the country know me as villains. And they'll do out for me as a favour because I've done loads of favours for them, you know. Franklin's for a big jail, mate. It's over 5-6 years, Franklin. That's up that way. That's a cat A jail, that, mate. So you have to go to the Home House. I don't think they put him in Home House because they're not stupid, the screws. They know I'm in this area and they know Steve's in this area and they know all friends are here. And I've got relations who work in that jail anyway, you know, so I know where he's going to be going. But what they'll do with him, they might even fucking put him straight in. They'll put him in the nod swing. He'll have to be put there for his protection. But I'm glad everyone knows. But we'll be able to put the name out. So we can't do it at the minute because if we do, it'll put the thing up for the arrest. So I said, don't use what they mentioned today. I said, no, because if you put his name out, then he'll go to court. So he can't have a fair trial because you've mentioned his name before he's been arrested. So that's what happens, you see. So you can't do that. I know the law. I'm fucking betting the police. I understand brilliant at it. Every time I go up with people, I get the depths off them and I go through and go, that's wrong. I've represented loads of people in the county, in the magistrate's court. I've got loads of people off. No people couldn't afford it and they got fuck all. So I've stood there and I said, I'm representing them as Mackenzie friends. I've got loads of people off. I know the law inside out. I said, this person here now is, I believe, I've got proof of video footage and I've got proof that he's a heroin addict. I've got proof that he's a crack cocaine dealer. And I've had footage and people videoed him on the door and got stuff and I've given it to the judge. And I said to the judge, we want this man testing for drugs. So they've tested the person. They've come back and said, Mr. Cockerill, under section blah, 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 blah. You're right, code such and such. He's in purge to give evidence because it'd be like going to the dock drunk. It's like, say something alcohol, you can say like Boyle. I would have tested alcohol's in your system for 7 to 14 days. People don't know this. It's in your system. And if somebody's giving evidence, they've got to be sound of mind. So if you're on drugs, on heroin, on coke, and it's in your system, You can find it in hair follicle for up to 2 years. You can find it in your nails for up to 6 months. If his house is raided, boiled, and he's nicked, and they're testing for drugs and they find drugs, his son Jameson will be taken off him. And what they'll do, they'll say to Shirley, you have to stay in the house and you have to leave this house and go somewhere else. They put you in not a safe house. You will have to leave that area. They put them there for, say, 6 months. And what they do is, every what they do is you get a 6 months order on them, where for 6 months, every 5 days, they have to give a P test at like a local chemist or whatever. They go in there and do a P test or a saliva test. And if they come back with drugs, they get another 6 months on top of it. It just goes on and on. I know family members who were on heroin, and it took them ages to get the son back because he kept fucking up, not going for the test. And if you refuse it, you can refuse it. You refuse it, but I couldn't think on this what on there. If you refuse it, then that's classed as deemed as being guilty. But if somebody's in the dock and you see he was out last night drinking, and he comes in to give evidence, it's like when the police nick you, and they see you drunk, they put you in a cell for about 6 hours so you can sober up. They can't, or you come in the cell, say you're on oral morphine or something, or morphine or anything, or any type of tablet. They then can't, that would be deemed as inadmissible in court because you're not coherent 100%, you're not compos mentis, means all day. So when they're in the interview, you need to be no drugs in your system because you're impaired, because they're called mind-altering drugs, so your mind's altered. So it's a clever barrister. Well, I was clever, wasn't a barrister, I was clever not as a solicitor, as a Mackenzie friend. I got the kid off because he was drunk, the other kid, and I got the other one off because another case I did because he was full of drugs. So they give him a swab test and the police and all that shit. They come back, cocaine in the system. So that's all you need. Well, sometimes even there's a tiny bit in, case is kicked out, impaired. I'm fucking stupid, am I? I'm an idiot. I've lived all these years for not. I hate the police, but I would help the police any day of the week with a paedophile, and I would. Even murderers, people killing people, you prostitutes getting killed and things like that. I'd be the first one to help. People being raped like that, girls. I went with one lass, but he was done. He was an Asian taxi driver. He was raping him in Teesside, and they found out through him being a taxi driver. He was dropping them off and saying, "Oh, how do you live and what's it like around here?" And I was thinking to get a house myself, all that shit. And he was finding out what was happening. And he went into one house, and the lad was home early, and he run in, grabbed him because he come in the house to try and rape the woman because she said, "Oh, I'm on my own. My husband's at work." Anyway, the lad got on. He was quite strong. Anyway, they got him in the end, and the girl was a friend of mine's daughter, and I went to court with her. But when I went there, the other girls were there were 6 of them. So he went to court and he got fucking 6 life sentences. And rightly so. And the cop said, "What are you here for, Bryce?" I mean, for the girls to escort them into the court. They're frightened doing. "Oh, thanks, we can't thank you enough." I said, "Listen, you know, we don't get on. We know that. When it comes to children and women being raped, or people's houses being burgled and people robbing people, things like that, you know I'd help you all day long. I wouldn't." He said, "Yeah, I know you're good like that. We know you're that." And I went in and I sat with them. I walked back out, they were cuddling me. It was a big bottle outside, massive bottle outside the courts. And they were like that, get in, all that. They're happy and that. And the husbands come over, shook me under and everything. So they did have it, they were all shocked and everything. So I'm used to all that type of stuff, of course, in case and all that. So I'm good. But they didn't want to go with the police, they didn't trust them. So I escorted them into the courts, like as a bodyguard. Because he was well known and they had money. So they were scared in case there was any repercussions. There's fucking no repercussions. How were you? And will you really come? Will you meet us? Of course I will. So anyway, I got there and I met them and went in the courts. And he was found guilty straight away in a few days. Fucking six life sentences he got. Yeah, bastard. From Thornaby he was from. Imagine me taking Brian on prison audit. I'd be all right on the prison audit. Of course I can. I'm going into the prisons. I've already been told me and them are going in to speak to us about drugs. Boyle said he was going, and I said, "Fucking my cousin who works in the prison went, you're joking, aren't you? He'd be fucking selling them. He'd be buying drugs off them, selling them. Him and his wife. He even got his son running about for Brown. How fucking bad is that? He's getting his son back to come back into Teesside to get Brown because he's shit scared to come back here. What a scumbag." Scam text tinfoil was seen on a Martin Road today. Scam text, yeah, we don't know if that's you. To pretend to be somebody that could be him. That's what tinfoil does. He pretends to be other people going, they call yourself tinfoil or the tin man and all that. So that's probably not a real person. That'll be that daft cunt. Smack rat. Pretending to be. It's him. It's definitely him. That's him pretending to be somebody else. I don't believe it. There's no way he's been on Martin Road today. He wouldn't fucking dare. Mongery still wears those dungarees from film Scum. Oh, yeah. Yeah, genuine people here. A lot of bullies. Just dibbies. They can't fight. See, they come in with false. It's like anyone wearing a mask. Anyone coming on fucking in the shed. Anyone fucking hiding with right, no, I'll get the police on you, all that shit. That's what he does up there, fucking police informant. Fucking saved him getting 33 years. He's fucking starting with my wife again. Fucking low life, aren't they? You know, you'd think in your head, I'd got 33 years in jail. That means I'd have done fucking 20 odd years in jail. 20 odd years I saved you in jail, and you're fucking at me again. Never said a word about you. Fucking kept my mouth shut for 6 months. Never said a fucking thing. I even pulled all the fucking stuff off before. John never, if I can't be asked for no more, that's enough for me. I'll start again if you want. 164 on. Don't forget to push the like buttons. 91 thumbs up. Yeah, so Tinfoil now has teamed up with the paedophile. The paedophile's on the run. He's already been done. He got jailed for trying to run somebody over. He's already been done for dangerous driving, so he got 4 years, I think it was. He did 2 years. He's out on parole now, so he's going to get done because he was driving a car at 116 miles an hour with a 15, I think she's 15, just gone. She's my niece, I thought. She's like our niece, me never. She could, like, Uncle Brian and the other. We love it a bit. She's only a kid. And she's the loveliest kid you could ever meet. And that dirty bastard's supposed to be Steve Mac's friend. Oh, I've kept looked after for you and this, that, and the other. When he's read the messages, grooming her. So I said, that's anyway, fucking give it to a professional. She's went today. That's grade A grooming. Grade A grooming. Oh, there was not wrong with it. What, you want to go and take a train up a bank? Up Yerby Bank or whatever it was, I think it was. Fucking, should we go jogging? Do you want to? I was just going to send you the picture there, meaning about down there, I think he was on about. And that's what they do. The cop said, well, that's what they do. They say that, and you go, oh, yeah, send me a picture. And they go, oh, I thought you meant you were all right then. And they start sending rude pictures to see if they can to the next step. So they start off at the bottom, do a little bit of this. How you doing, babe? And you all right? And all that fucking shit. And you're looking good and you're looking fit. And that's what he's saying that to a 15-year-old kid. You just wouldn't say things like that. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, Dan, you all right? Oh, you don't love you to bits. That'll be it. Are you looking good? What you doing? Where are you? Where are you in the house? And what you doing? And what you doing this and all the things like fucking nonsense stuff. I want to I just went and gave them a lot of shit. I'm an audit. Fucking bums. All their lives are, yeah. All their lives are about Emma. Is that what they're doing, like? Fucking scumbags. Shitbag. Honest to God. Time for the Mac 10 machine gun. Time for the Mac 10 machine. They haven't been out since 1991. It's 1992 now, but it's time for the Mac 10. Time for the Mac 10 machine gun back out. Strip it down, oil up and clean it. Fucking note left to the cunts. Not a fucking thing left to them. Wiped out like bags of dog shit. Yeah, you can get that as well, the urine test once a week. But what they usually do is every 5 days because it's in your system, out your system in 5 days. So they do it every 5 days. I know the because it was one of my relations I had to take every 5 days, take them to there to get a piss test because it's out your system after 5 days. So they always get you 4 or 5 days. They'll just say you might even do it the second day and don't get you in. They just pull you in any time they want. They just say, yeah, you have to come in. You have to do it by on call type of thing. If you don't do it, you miss it. You get another 6 fucking months where you're still on the tag, still on the that thing that you're on. I can't remember what it's called now, but my relation was had to do it. And the mum has to go. Whoever's on the heroin or drugs, the person who's in the house, the mum would stay with the son, and he'd have to go and live with his brothers or relations and say, "Have you got anywhere to live?" And you have to put them there, or put them in like a hostel, in the hostel, and then you have to go into the place every 5 days or 4 days or whatever. Pull them in, do a urine test, it's clean, go back to the hospital, and after 6 months to clean, then they get the kid back. But he couldn't stay clean for 6 minutes because he's a complete. He told me he's been on drugs since he was 13, but he's been on heroin since he was 15. And he said he was never in Hemlington and called me young. In the book there, he says, when I was in Hemlington with my mate, Kev Robinson's the one who chased you off Hemlington. And it's in the book. You tell everyone you're not there, so it's in the book. Me and my friend Kev Robinson was at the boxing down in Hartlepool. And Kevin Robinson was from Hemlington, and you admit you were from Accrington and Hemlington, and Kobe Young in there. The book, you've admitted it. So that book's your downfall now, because it's come back and biting you on the ass. Because everything you're saying, shit. Steve said you never boxed. He went, I have boxed. I've got pamphlets where I box. I can show him. Now anyone could just take a screenshot of that now, that book, and change the date. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to pretend that the book what I give the go ahead was the Lee Duffy book. You've screenshotted something else and trying to pretend it's that book. That book came out in March, 25th of March, 2020. So how can you phone me on that? How can you say that book? I was given consent for that book, you said, on the 25th of July. The 25th of July, the book was all right. We were on the Jimmy on the 26th. So how could that book be published in one day? If it got published on the 25th of July, how the fuck was the book? How did you get it published in one day and get it to Jimmy O's? Oh, it was the joking Wigan Joker. That's the one where you were on there talking about Paul Sykes, laughing about raping kids with page 3s on the backs. All this I've been telling you. I told you I was telling the truth. But when you first listened to me, he's lost the plot. People were saying to me, I really thought he lost the plot. I really thought there's no way he's doing these things. He wouldn't dare. And everyone knows now. You've all seen it with your own eyes. You've all fucking seen it with City, Johnny Jump. You've all seen it. None of you, all yous, know me and Emma don't tell fucking lies. We tell the truth. If I've done something bad, I say, look, I fucked up on the drugs. I fucked up, I've had a drink tonight. I fucked up, I spent 10 grand on the horse or whatever. I'd tell you, would. Where you get the cat brown. I got it off, I can't remember his name now. Lovely lad. He's come to see me anyway. You'll see him soon anyway. I'm going to do a bit of a fun thing with him on. He got it for me. Emma's got his name on there. I was supposed to bring him today, but I've been bad all day, son. And his wife, lovely lady, and his partner. They're from Harrogate. Out of all the places in the world, they're from fucking Harrogate. I need to find some people down there. That's what I said to him. He said, I know everyone down Harrogate. They're from Harrogate. Couldn't believe it. He said, that's where Asshole's from, isn't she? And yeah, Fatty's from there. So I've got people down there, and much about for me down Harrogate. Johnny Jump, I certainly safe here. Decent channel for decent people. There's positivity and help. Yeah, all we want to do is help people, but like with Steve Mac, we're all sticking with you, Steve. None of my mods on here, none of my people on here. No one's going to call you a grass son. He was upset because he's never made a statement in his life. It's different, Steve. Please listen to me. I'm a lot older than you. I'm a lot wiser than you. And you know how clever I am when it comes to the police and stuff. The police, when they seen me, said, Brian's right, you've done the right thing. Brian Cockerill right. He said he's helping you doing this, because if you go and do something daft now, you'll go to jail. Your daughter will go and care, and who's going to look after your daughter? And that's what Brian said. So he said, I'm going to listen to him. She said, yeah, you listen to him. He knows exactly what he's on about. And I said, trust me. He knows quite a lot of people, but I obviously know every fucking right across the country, and the top mafioso bosses in fucking New York and everything talk to me all the time. I'm going to tell you, John Elite and people like that, and Bobby Francini, all them fucking talk to the taxman, all the top gangsters in London and all the old school gangsters. I know them all. From years I used to work with them. Big, massive names down there. All friends. This cunt doesn't realise how much power I've got and how many people I've helped and how many people have helped me. Over the years, I could make one phone call and wipe you out, you fat, stupid little cunt. But the other is, I'm trying to keep myself right. But the way you're pushing me, you're fucking dead. I'm getting where I'm dangerous now. Getting where my head's going now with the cunt. Really, I'm getting to where my head's going. And Shirley, don't push me. I'm warning you. You will fucking regret the day you were born if you push me. You need to get hold of him and get him away, putting these comments on about people's fucking children, laughing at people's children being fucking groomed. You think it's clever, don't you, Shelley? You really do, don't you? You're sick in the head, you. A mother with a child, a 14, 15-year-old son you're going on about, and you're going, that no one should be bullied like we've been bullied. No, your husband is insane, and you're insane. You're both mentally deranged. You said, how dare you? She's like her off the, you remember the Chase, the big governor? She's like that size, like her. And she's like her off Matilda when the big fat kid eats all the chocolate. She's like that. Gustav Glum, the river. That's what she's like. And she went, how dare you? No, that's an acid. As soon as I said that, how dare you speak to me like I'm a child? I went, look, we need to do the book. You're going about Cherry, you're going about this one, you're going about that one. I said, Jamie's doing me head. I said, you need to stop acting like children. That's all I said. Let's get on with the book. She went, how dare you and refer me to being a child? And I said, listen to this. Oh, that's you. And Emma and Tony Grange went, definitely not right there. She's definitely fucking narcissistic bully. Absolutely. How dare you refer me to as a child? I was just telling you, like you say, like you should say to me, oh, Brian, behave yourself. You get yourself upset. Oh, don't do this, Brian. You want to use it, come on and tell me I was doing that wrong, you see. Calm yourself down, you're going to get locked up. Or, Brian, don't act like a child like them, they're idiots. So you think, oh, yeah, you're right. But they can't take criticism. That's the thing they can't take, but that's a narcissist side. A narcissist is someone who's got self-over delusions, delusions of grandeur. And they think they're like, I'm Napoleon, I am the king, I am the queen, I am that. So we are the subjects, and we dead. Like, oh, she's the school teacher. And she said, how dare you refer me as a child? It was only just insane. It's just it's just a saying, isn't it? Like, I'll stop acting like children and let's get on with doing the book. And she went, how dare she said, so I've given an apology. I said, look, if you've took it the wrong way, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But I just want to get on with it. I said, look, I love you both to bits. Let's get on with the book and do it again. She went, apologies not accepted. Narcissist again. So I proved what she was, a complete fucking psychopath. But Laurel and Hardy, she's like, he's the skinny one, she's the fat one. Stockton lad, evening sun. Colin, good to have you back. Come on, Colin. Come on, Colin. All right there, Colin. All right there, lad. Little Colin. Talking the other day. All right there, Colin. Proper Scouser. Oh, my side's fucking killing me. Yeah, so there's no any years out there. Anyone thinks anyone's been grooming kids, just phone the fucking line. We'll help you. And let them read it, because they can tell by the logistics how they talk. But the same thing is with Tinfoil and Shirley's missus. They write the same MO. They can't change the fucking mental, because they've got that chip in, like, I'll smash your house up, I'll burn your thing. You know, these that wannabe gangster kids, that's how they talk. So he talks like a 1980s wannabe gangster. I'm going to burn your house, I'm your kids in. I'm going to do this. It's the same shit. I'm going to bum your dog. But I've never heard that. I've never heard that in my life. I'm going to bum your dog. He gets out of Paul Sykes because Peter Fury said he was that disgusting Sykes, he'd even have sex with a dog. So Boyles used bum the dog. I'll bum your dog. He's threatened about 40 people with that saying, I'll bum your dog. Mentally deranged. But what's happened now, I know it's horrible, but the great thing is now there's two of these dirty bastards going to be taken out the same way now, because the paedophile, he's fucked, he's going to jail. And then the paedophile enabler who's helping him and being friends with him. Imagine, like, find out somebody's nonce a kid. I've tried to nonce a kid. And then being friends with a nonce who's touching kids up and want to have sex with children. You are worse than the fucking nonce. You're worse than the nonce. Oh, my fucking neck's killing me today. I've got kids. Worry. Yeah, I've got kids and worry. It's disgusting, mate, innit? Fucking hutchy. Boyle's laughing at Steve Mack's daughter being groomed by a paedophile and laughing at him saying, oh, where did you chase me the other week? He said, I said, Steve, don't answer that. He's trying to get you to say something so then you condemn yourself. He went, is that what he's doing? I said, yeah, he's trying to fucking get you to do something. So he went, I told you, look, an officer, he's going to get you locked up. And he went, So he's talked to this other cunt, this other paedophile man. Cock is with Steve Mac loves cock, meaning not that. Me Cockerill, because he calls me cock and calls Terry Dick, cock and dick. That's how names me and Terry. Me and Terry aren't paedophiles like you, Boyle. You are a fucking dirty bastard. I've seen you watching gay rape porn. You sent it to Simon Ambler. So if you want to get me took down, I'll send the videos. What you've sent me and Marty Chen and Terry and fucking Emma and loads of people, where one young kid's getting raped by 5 or 6 black lads. They're all black in the things, not racist out, but there's 5 black lads raping one young lad, about 14-year-old, and you sit with your trousers down your ankles watching that, you dirty bastard. I caught you about 4 times, me not Bobby, sat watching that vile stuff. I only watch pornos, he said, with donkeys on one leg having sex with women with one leg, or like fucking weirdo. He is weird. I've never known anyone as weird as him. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. We need up to 100. What's she have? Kick, king, bag, white, bench. What's that? What kick? Boxing bag, weight, bench. Oh, great. Absolutely brilliant. Weights, that's the way forward. That's the one. Get the weights done, get a bit of anger out, bang, bang, bang on the bag. Warm up on the bag and then do some weights. That would be a good idea. Nice and loose. Could you hit the bag? You can do Boyle as a bag if you want. That'd be good. The class. It'd be a good bag. It'd be a fucking great bag, wouldn't it? Colin.
All right there, Colin.
Colin McGuire, Freedom. I know, it's weird city. Posh place.
Yeah, Birkenhead. All right there, kid. For Birkenhead.
They sound like they've got gravel in the mouth, don't they?
All right there, kid. All right there. I got any tin. Got any tin, Boyle?
Fucking hell. Daz's hello, Brian from Glasgow, up the Glaswegians. I'm just down the road from you, born at Coatbridge. Coatbreg. In Glasgow, they call it Glasgow. It's the Glasgow. Different than Glasgow and Glasgow. I'm Faye, not from. I'm Faye Glasgow. I'm Faye Aberdeen. Different parts of the country say different things. But everyone in Scotland, soon to cause trouble, got to cut your fucking head off. The first thing they say in Scotland, the very first thing they say, do you want trouble, you cunt? I'll cut your fucking head out, I'll kick your head right off your shoulders. Yeah, everyone, even if the fucking 90-year-old or 8-year-old or 5-year-old, the first thing they'll do, I'll cut your fucking head off, right off your head, right off your shoulders. He's in hiding, yeah. Excellent. He's in hiding. Yeah, he's in hiding. He's hiding a little cunt. I'm near Harrogate work there, posh place. Yeah, it is posh. I had a mate who was there. It was a pilot in there in Germany for 4 years. Fighter pilot. He lives there. He used to have a guest house. I don't know if he's still there. Nice lad. There's a stream when you go in, little stream. And there's a gymnasium. I trained in that gym there. The lads were nice. I squatted 800 pounds in there. They couldn't fucking believe it. They were like, fucking hell. 8 plates and 5, I think it was each end. And I benched. I didn't bench heavy. I benched 500 pounds. I did 4 reps with it. They were fucking shocked. They were like, fucking. It was weights in 120 kg dumbbells and nobody used them. They were all dust on them. I flicked them up and I knocked 10 out. Shoulder press. They were like, I was really shocked. Lee Duffy was the same when I did fucking 6 plates each end for 6 reps on the Smith machine. He went, I've seen that and I don't believe it. Couldn't fucking believe it. I took the route myself as well at the rack. Rep 6 off and put it back in. That's hard to take it out because you need to usually get lift. I just flicked out myself. I used to be able to sit like this with 102 20s each end and 2 10s, and I could do 10, 15 reps in it, and I could do 140 kg standing up barbell curl, cheating it, not strict cheating it, but that's like fucking hell. What was it? 140 kg, yeah, fucking 280, 300 odd pounds. Curls. I did it in this, I did it. Paul Ashton was there, top fighter from Newcastle way. I was in Durham doing it. He went, fucking hell, 120 kilo fucking curls. He was like that, shocked. And then they go, fucking hell, no one, you can beat everyone. You can't get beat when you're that strong, you're that big, you just smother them, you have them, they haven't got a fucking chance. They can be the best boxers, the best fighters, whatever, they can't beat you when you're that, especially if you're fit, you're not fucking raving all night. So the only one I ever got beat off, I went back and beat him, then I tried to have a third fight with him, didn't want to know. And that was it, finished with me and him, finished with 1 hour 40 minutes, 150, still 160 people. And what are you doing? You're driving me. You're trying to kill me, you lot. My fucking hips killing me. Oh, God. 160 people. From Glasgow. Always, mate. Colin always welcome, mate. Yeah, Colin's always welcome. Jameson drink up, doing big stretch. No, I don't drink. I've got to try and stretch my fucking hip. My hip flexor and my oblique was dead tight. Sitting down on my hips, it's like somebody with a rope around me. Yeah, I'm well strong. It's about 20 stone there, one there, and pulling the rope, and it's just getting tight on my fucking waist. It's just like squishing me. Yeah, it's like like that, fucking pulling me to pits. A hand is fucking killing me tonight. It's the worst pain I've had for ages. I still me getting these fucking scumbags. Like I say, even on my fucking feet, on my deathbed, I'd still fucking fight the cunts. Torturing people is fucking terrible, isn't it? The taxman's back in town. Yeah, 14 of them tried to kill me, but they come in, done the best. It wasn't good enough. You've been found wanting. Susan Boyle is sick, deprived animal, and I'm burning all his albums. Who threatens to bum animals? Yeah, you're a fucking animal. He's an animal. Double cross him. Yeah, horrible, mate. It's only been a couple of weeks, never been locked up, mate. How's that? It's only been a couple of weeks being locked up, mate. Boiling a bag of classic, boiling a bag of brown sugar.
My name's Jamie Daniel, and I'm going to school you, Brian. 5'8" offer.
5'6".
5'8" offer. And I'm going to fight you. Steel City Gym. 11 a.m. Winner of the draw. Winner of the draw. Me and you down that gym. Win loads of draw. I'm gonna school you, Brian. I'm gonna school you. It's fucking mental, isn't he? Win loads of draw. My name's Tinfire. My name's Tinfire. Jamie Tinfire.
Okay, hell, state of him down London. You see the video? You've got to put it in when he's in London. And he's calling Steve Scruffy. Send his Steve back. He's fucking spotless Steve back. His clothes are fucking immaculate. He's got all designer clothes. I mean, posh fucker. He looks, when he goes out, he looks immaculate. Good looking lad. You know what I mean? And smart. He's physique and everything. So 16 and a half, 17 stone. He said to Steve, "You look like a bag of bones and you're a tramp." I said, "Have you seen the fucking state of him calling anyone? That shows you how deranged he is. There's pictures of him. I've got on my phone. I'm not joking. I've seen a corpse move better. Like that. It's like that. And he looks like he's dead. Looks like he's a dead corpse in a fucking, not at the morgue, in a grave that you dig up 100 years. Like, no, it's like that. Fucking state of him. What we going by? just still cough up to him. Said it with me asthma. I've got the ideas. I think it's something else. I can't. I've got to go back in for another fucking ultrasound. I'm gutted. More fucking holes in me than a sieve. But they're all plugged up now. Fucking holes all over me. Stab wounds everywhere. All over my fucking body. Like a fucking road map. Did it over that Durham there? Going the other way. You can find places all over. The road map of Britain all over me. Stabbed in there. Stabbed in Middlesbrough. Cut up in Newcastle. Blast in fucking Sperrymore. Then lost my tricep in fucking Stockton training and snapped it. My left leg chopped up in the middle, the arms me back. all the incidents all over the place where I've been stabbed and fucking hit with bars and hit with fucking chair legs in fucking what was it, Stockton. Hit with fucking baseball bats and hammers in that house and fucking guns put to my head. Shot in the street with a fucking 6 lads shot at me, but they missed. They shot me mate behind me, only weighed 12 stone. Shot again at people. Somebody else shot me. He had a shotgun on me like that. I'm going to shoot you. So I stood down. So I know, you fucking dickhead. So he ran across the road. The daft cunt then shot me. So by the time he run across the road, I only got 3 pellets in my leg because it spreads. So the other pellets just fell on the floor. He shot me and he was right next to me, about 4 or 5 feet away from me. Come on, you daft cunt. He shit himself running across the road. So he ran half across the road and he turned around. It was a showing-off shotgun, but he'd sawn it too far down. He obviously hadn't a clue how to do the shotguns. So when you pull the trigger, they just spread dead quick. So when it came over, I got 3 little pellets. I got two in one part of my leg, and 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. So I got shot like 3 times, but they're really little tiny lead pellets. But being ball bearing isn't going to blow your fucking leg off. So I was lucky. But yeah, fucking idiot. And another one when I was rangered, he pulled a shotgun and rangered outside, which is Raggy's cousin. I'm going to shoot you. I jumped in. It's on the McIntyre this. You didn't see me saying it. And shoot me, then you could shoot me now. There's 20, 30 people here. There's cameras all over. I said to McIntyre, I said, one thing you don't, charge your gun and run from a knife. He said, that's what you do. I said, you can't outrun a fucking bullet, so you might as well run at the cousin because most of them shit themselves. So he's going to shoot you, I'm going to shoot you. I said, stop all that screaming, shouting, sack all them veins. You're not going to shoot no one, you're full of shit. There's fucking 30, 40, 50 people here. You're going to get 25. Yeah, you're going to kill me. I'm going to be dead. I'm not going to be bothered. I'm going to be dead in the ground. So I've got no to live for. If you shoot me, I'm dead, Anna. So I'm pulling your thing in your blag. So he turned and ran away. Anyway, but 8 years later, I was in Groveville with Mickey Harrison. And he came in the pub. He went, you remember me? I was the one who pulled the gun on you. I went, yeah, you little cheeky cunt. He went, am I all right? I said, yeah, come here, give a hug. I fucking shit myself. He said, you'd run at me. He said, he said, I just fucking shit myself soon as you run at me and fucking your eyes were pure black, but full of ecstasy. And then I blagged him anyway, ran at me, ran off. But I say he come back and talk to me, he was all right. But he could have killed me. But it doesn't matter, does it? If you're dead, you're dead. You don't have to worry about it when you're dead. It's the fucking living you've got to worry about. You're dead, Joe Cockerill. No, I'm not. I'm watching Coronation Street. You're dead, Joe Cockerill. No, I'm not. I'm watching EastEnders. You're dead, Joe Cockerill. No, I'm not. I'm watching the news. Fucking idiots. If I had £1 for everyone who said that, I'd have a five. I'd fucking thousands, wouldn't I? Thousands. Bet he's got voodoo dolls free. Yeah, you know, what he's got. He's got dolls of Paul Sykes, and she's got a big strapper, dick. You know what I'm on about to me? And he's going, oh, Paul Shelley. I mean, Paul Shelley. So she's giving one with a fucking one of them on it. She with a Paul Sykes fucking big mustache on. He's walking around with her dress. He's called himself. She comes in. She's in the garden. She's outside. She goes, here's our Beryl. And I thought, it must be a sister or something. It's only Boyle dressed up with a woman's dress on, walking through the back gate. All his hair's soaking because he's got one of them things like that. Well, remember the old fucking Lucas Blockers? Remember fucking Les Dawson when he, yes, like one of them old women like that. He's dressed up like that with a dress on, stock and suspenders, women's shoes, and walking. He's how Beryl. He's going like that as if he's got all lipstick on. Fucking deranged. Norman Bates Boyle. So he's got a dress. Bull's got him on one dress, and Emma's got him with another dress on. Walking around with a woman's dress on in the house, and his little son there. It's just not right. At the end of the day, you wouldn't be doing that in front of a child. The kid wants to take it off them. He does. The poor fucking kid's getting bullied off them and everything. And now he's enabling paedophiles and laughing at people's daughters who's getting groomed just to get us back. Only trying to help us. But Steve riding down the fucking street and he's going, when did you run? What street was it? Because Annabelle was in there, such and such. It's like, don't answer the question. He's trying to get you to say it. So if you say it, you're going to get jail. Fucking neck. Do you hear that there? Clicking. Fucking hell. Then. Oh, God, it's horrible. It's like I can't explain. Maybe, you stand on like fucking crisps or something. It's like a pack of crisps. And then, oh, God, it's horrible that. No, I can eat obviously really loud in my ears, but when I do it close, Emma just like, she goes, oh, what's that? I go to my neck. It's called crunching all the fucking bones. Crunchy, up floating cornflakes in my neck.
My name's Jamie Dion.
And he's fucking, remember Norman Bates when his mum dressed up as his mum, and she's in the cellar, and she's in the what was it, cold cellar or something, with all the fruit cellar, fucking something. She's down there, but he's fucking Norman Bates, fucking psycho boil. Yeah, I know it gets worse. Honest to God, Terry's got one where he's got a lipstick on his mouth. He's got woman's lipstick on there, and Terry's got the images on his phone. Yeah, Steve did the right thing today. I'm proud of him. Really are proud of him. Yeah, he's good. He's doing the Paul Sykes movie for the 10th year. 10 year in the row now. 10 fucking years been. Yeah, and what it is they've said to me. They said to me what it is. Because I know if you give up Paul Sykes, and I want to be bummed up the bum of him because that's what I like. And I like Paul because me and Paul would have got on really well. And what it is with Paul and Paul all the way fucking through it. And it's the same in the book. Fucking shite all the way through. I give consent through the book and said Paul Sykes was a great fighter and a great man. No, would I fuck doing that with a paedophile? I fucking hate the bastards. 20-ounce gyms. 20-ounce gyms. 20-ounce gyms, yeah. Which 20-ounce gyms, he said. I'll fight you. 20-ounce gyms on. I meant 20-ounce gloves.
Winner the jar.
That's win, lose, or draw.
Winner the jar. I'll fight you, Brian.
Then he's on stage in the fucking snow. We're all going,
Brian Cockerill.
He's that much intoxicated. He's going, Brian Cockerill with the big pot belly sticking out with his fucking pair of grey shorts on, not grey tracky bottoms on. They're about that much up his legs. Big pot belly sticking out with a blue t-shirt on, like a fucking paraffin lamp, and about a pound pair of tradies he's got on. Fucking state of him. She's going,
my name's Jamie Dion, and I'm the top author of T-Side's the most best-selling author.
That's what he said on the stage in front of all the people, and they're all like, for fuck's sake,
T-Side's the best-selling author.
You don't even write the books. You dictaphone people, and your wife types them because she does the stenographer stuff with the earphones on and types them. You can't type because I asked you to type me a letter for my brother for the gas board for him, and you couldn't type it. And she went, he doesn't type anything, I'll type everything. She grassed him up because he was off his head one day, bullying her. Christmas Day, and woman's gone, they got it all out of her. Fucking got the lot out of her. Screenshots all sent to me and everything. I've got fucking loads of her. I've got that as fucking, shit myself there. Fucking Eli with a fucking, or Bobby dropping something. Big fucking hammer it sounded like. Must be winning through again. I thought it was there. I thought Eli fucking dropped something on himself. 145 on still, guys. Danny's got to bed. There's Eli. He's coming a little get him now. People are coming, he's going for them now. Can hear him. You know, Eli the bear. Eli, he's just dropped the big thing. It's like a big purple thing he's got. Like, no, it's like a set of dumbbells he's got. Fucking hilarious. He's so strong, he just picks it right up in the air. Weighs about 5k. He just goes and picks it up and drops it, but you jump out your fucking skin with it because it's that loud. On the plastic in the concrete floor.
Winner the jar. Brian Cockerill doesn't why.
So the Brian Cockerill doesn't why. I mean, that's in English, means lie. Why am I lying now then, Jamie? Because in the book he went, Brian Cockerill was the biggest man ever met. And you never see anyone as big as him, only when you're watching The World's Strongest Man. This ape-like character, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to be funny. I'm not going to be shy, he says, but when I was a kid, I loved this man. What was it he said? I love this man's film type fucking episodes where you read about me and hear about me fighting like with 14 people in the house. He said, but it was the biggest name, the biggest ever, and everyone's name was on his lips. So why am I? And it would never hurt someone like me, my wife. So why would I hurt your wife now? Why would I hurt you now? I took you to court because you never paid me. That's what it's all about. And you've been found guilty. The judge found you guilty. Your pages have all gone. He's look on you. You've all checked. There's none. There's a few pages left of him. Most of it's when it first come out of the book. But everything we've done with him, we've had took down. So Sean Atwood, God bless him, gives the book back. And we've got the paperback book. But the paperback book's that bad. I'm not going to even try to attempt to salvage that. So I'm just going to completely obliterate it. So I'm going to take the extracts out what he's put in, because I've never even read the book. And find the lies he's telling them where he's fought. I fought when I was fighting in my boxing career, which only lasted a year and a half. I was doing so well, making lots of money, pretending he was fucking getting money. So Rocky Balboa is now a pro boxer. He's going, I've got pamphlets where I boxed. Fucking boxed, you fucking fanny. Fanny, he was. His dad used to bully him as well because he couldn't fight. 160, he's going up, 166 now. He's going to have to stand up. I'll have to, guys. Oh, guys, my legs. Oh, God. I need painkillers tonight, like, tell you what. The blasted fucking Conroy. Not blasted him. I blasted Dingy, so maybe they might keep fucking quiet now and keep fucking leave people alone. No, I'm just standing up for a bit. Still nearly 200 people on. Nearly 200 people on still.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm telling everyone about fucking Boyle teaming up with the paedophile, any. Huh? Huh?
About what you start doing with the channel.
Yeah, we'll start changing.
All the people that got members and paid the memberships, and we haven't.
Yeah, all the people.
Agreement. What Brian's going to be doing is, start off at one night a week. He's going to be doing the live question and answers for the members, the ones that have paid memberships.
Yeah.
And then he's also going to be building. We're going to be revamping the channel soon, aren't we?
Yeah,
so it's going to be amazing.
Start going places like nightclubs and that, and doing speeches, going to schools and stuff. So you can hear me talking to school kids and stuff. The prison have said we can go in the prison, but I don't know if we can fill them in the prison spot. I don't know if we're in there yet, but we got told a few years ago we could go into Armley and Doncaster prison and speak to the prisoners about the drugs and that, and say that I've got off them and it's not worth going to jail, and I've been to jail myself, and I've been there and being the big boy with a 30 grand change and 25 grand watches and 40 and 50 grand cars and 60 grand cars, and just got a car in front now worth about 2 grand, 1,500 quid. It gets you from A to B, it's all you need. If you've got 10 tellies, you can only watch one. If you've got fucking 10 bedrooms, you can only sleep in one. If you've got 10 baths, you can only get one bath. So it's all immaterial, that shite. As long as you're happy and you're with your wife and kids and you're doing well, you don't have to break the fortune. As long as you're putting food on the table and you're in love with your wife, you're in love with your kids, you're treating your kids for a day out, taking the kids to take, you don't have to spend a fortune. Go to somewhere like the pound shop, get your crisps and all that, they're cheap, and go and get like some sandwiches and that, make some sandwiches, go to the beach for the day with the kids. You don't need to fucking spend a fortune. Go out to like the park, teach them the trees, this is a coniferous tree, this is that tree, this is that tree. Go out to like up the lakes or something, or like a weekend in a tent. Camp out for the weekend with the kids, you fucking love it. You don't have to go to these big posh hotels and spend a fucking fortune. You know, just get a tent, you go in a tent. Just the kids are over the moon with it, camping out. Even that, camping out in the back garden with your kids. Like the dad or the mum, if they've got girls, the girls in one tent, the dad's in the other tent, and you make it like a big thing for the kids. They love it. Staff little things, breaking it up so the kids are not doing the same thing. Bored, keeps the kids occupied, and then go to the beach and things do it. Showing them what things are in the sea and things like that, and just being like good instead of just like going out drinking every night in pubs and all that shit, and sniffing coke and getting up fucking Sunday and feeling ill, and then going to work Monday and wait for Friday and back on the drink and drugs, and you're just in the magic circle going round and round the merry-go-round. But if you keep breaking it up and doing these little things for your wife, saying, "Oh, we've got me and you're going out for the weekend," the kids are getting watched. My mum, dad's watching the kids. She'd be like, "Oh, you're joking, aren't you?" She'd be over the moon, your wife. You know, it'd be great even the wife do it to the husband. Like you do now at this time, forget about the car, without this, we go away for the weekend, we'll go to such and such, or we'll go to Scotland, or we'll go here, and just have a break for yourselves. You don't have to, you've got to sometimes have a break. But yeah, just make your life different instead of doing the same thing every fucking day. Getting up doing the same thing, and it gets monotonous, and then you end up getting depressed, and you end up taking drugs or going on drink. I haven't trained today. Well, I'll have to train tonight before I go to bed. I won't be able to do it. I'll probably do biceps. Yeah, them squeaky we call them. So yeah, we're going to do we're going to start going to places like say Durham and York and video down there and say what it was like. The Vikings come here and they've done this and this happened and all that in different areas going so people can learn stuff off it. And we're going to start doing behave. We're going to start it's called Squeaky. I taught him as a baby, like a little squeaky toy. Now he's got a big massive ball. And I can't push it. It's too hard for me. But he just goes, squeaky. Squeaky! Squeaky! Doing it. Just there. Can you? Squeaky! Do squeaky! Can you hear him doing it? You can hear me shouting him. He'll do it for hours. I mean, like hours. Do squeaky! He's doing it. He's fucking hilarious, that dog. He's the funniest dog in the world. He's so intelligent. Yeah, he's going for people at the door now. Went out last night, there was a hedgehog. He never ate it. He just wanted to play with it. He loves animals. And his little things called little dog. My mate's got one. One's called Peanut. Tiny little dog. He loves that. And my mate's got one. He was in Ireland. He was like in Ireland when the wars were on over there. You know, the conflict with the Catholics and Protestants. He was a soldier over there. Nice lad he is. Rob was the tinny video. The tinny video, it's Jamie Boyle calls Brian Cockerill in London, or calls me out or something it's called. And you'll see him down London. He's fucking stinking, I'm not joking. He just looks like a homeless person. The ones in America, big fucking beard down here. And he's getting on the bus going. He's fucking simpleton. He just looks like a simpleton, he does. So he's on there with a big beard, like a fucking paraffin lamp. And he's getting on the bus and saying, oh, I forgot me this and that. And he's down London, he's supposed to be sleeping home like a homeless person. He's in the fucking gay club, buying brandies for young lads in the gay club. That's what he's into, all that stuff. And he's got a wife and kid, and he's got another couple of kids. But his daughter will not let him near them children. And his sister won't let him near her children. And the mum won't let him in the house because he's not allowed in because he's a bully. So the dad barred him out of the house as well. The brother won't have him in the house either. So none of his family, his nephew told me this because he couldn't see me. His nephew said, can I get a book off you? Yeah. So I signed the book for him in the hospital and that. My hand was fucked. I tried to just scribble on. And he said, yeah, thanks, man. I said, I'm not like Jim, you know, he's like, way with the fairies. He said he's had schizophrenia since he's about 6-year-old, diagnosed with it. He's evil. He's twisted. All his family members won't let him in. He said, I won't speak to him. I don't have nothing to do with him. So he come on Boyle and said, my dog died and I'm good. He said, I've got a brother, a sister, mum, a dad, an auntie and uncle, nephews, cousins, daughters, grandkids. And I don't give a fuck about them compared to my dog. So that proves they've all fucking shun him. I think the word's called SHUN. He's been shunned by everyone, meaning don't come back to the house. Because when he was getting the drugs in Park End and Bramwell's Farm and Lingdale and Loftus and what's it called? Bramwell's Farm and all them places, and Hemlington and fucking Hemlington and Acklam, all them places he's been chased out of Middlesbrough. Nearly every single council estate he's been chased off. Everyone in Middlesbrough. He's not allowed to come back to my area. I'm not allowed in my area. You're not allowed to come to my area where good people are. So you're like the Frankenstein monster. No one wants you here because you cause trouble with everyone. He starts. What he done? He used to have the pages, the books say Richie Horsley and Paul Bennis and me and Terry Dicko and Paddy Maloney, Marty Joseph Turner. He'd have their pages and then he'd go, turn it off. The admin, I don't know how to do it. Turn that off like the password and come on and say, Cockerill, it's me, Richie Horsley, I want to fight you. Then turn that off. So it'd be 4 in the morning, something Richie be in bed. Going up my page and go, I'll fight you. I'm not bothered. It's me, it's Brian. I'll fight you out. He pulled him on at say 5 o'clock. He was doing all that, trying to cause something with Richie Osley. Then he was going to Mick Sorby. It's me, Mick Sorby. He was pretending to be Neil Sorby. There's no such person. It's Neil Sorby, Mick Sorby's son. I want to fight you. Me and you 1-to-1. He was pretending I was answering back off my computer because he had the admin of my computer. He had the password. I know not about computers. And that's what he was doing. He was pretending to be Paul Venice. It's me, Paul Venice. I want to fight you. 15 times I've got my mate Paul Venice to fight you. So I'm my phone Paul and he went, I've never phoned Brian. I've never threatened Brian in my life. He's a good lad. I think the world of him. We're doing a movie and a meeting together. So it wasn't Paul. Got hold of Richie Osley and Vulture. He said, I thought it was real. He said, I really did. I thought Brian was going to fight me and everything. He said, so I was like biting a little bit. I found out it's all fucking shit. He said, I really believed him. So he found out. He didn't. He said, I feel awful now. He said, I didn't realise Brian was that poorly and it wasn't him doing it. So Richie come on to me and Brian are cool now. I've known Richie since 1994. We used to take him out everywhere. In rave clubs and everything. Been in street fights with him and been in pub fights and pubs with him and everything. And back to each other like family. His mum used to let me in the house. How weird. So you don't have to knock. She was a lovely lady. And he's caused trouble there. Mick Sorby, I've known Mick since I was 8. 50 years. 50 fucking years I've known him. And he's saying I was called Mick. Never called Mick. Mick was like a father figure to me when I was a kid. And like my dad, he was like looked up to him because he was a top fighter. And my dad and my mum and Mick used to go out and Dennis Mazer and all that. And his missus. They have a family to us, you know. And he was trying to get between them. So I seen Keno about 3 months ago. He went, Nick loves you, man. Richie loves you. Fucking Vulture loves you. I love you. He said, none of the articles have said out it's him. And because I was bad in my head with all the meds and stuff, I was believing everyone. I was like, I'm getting upset really bad. Breaking down and stuff. My head was gone. I think everyone's turned on me for him. And Vulture went, he's now but a fucking little earworm. He said, he tried to get me to do a book. He said, I'll do a book on you if you call Brian Cockerill. He went, get the fuck away from me now and I'll break your jaw. God, I love the ritual Vulture. And he was a top European champion kickboxer and he could fight for fun. Another one will back me up. I'd phone that man at any time of the morning, any day. He'd still come now. And he'd be there for me. And I'd be there for him. We've always been there for each other. But that cunt tries to conquer and divide your friends. And that's what he was doing. Everyone was saying I was called Humble Dryer, and Humble Dryer was called me. I phoned John and he went, I think the fucking world, yeah. He's saying, you found loads of stuff on my lunch and that. He said, well, I'll tell you the truth, I did look. Because he did say things about you. And me and Donna looked. She's really clever. She's like a solicitor. She's gone through every fucking thing. All the papers and everything. Said there's not one ever allegation of you beating any old people up, sexually abusing anyone, or being arrested for hitting women or beating women up. He was saying I was beating women up, raping women, abusing old women, 87-year-old raping old women. It was all fucking shit. John said to me, he's fucking twisted in the head. He is one twisted, sick fuck. Called someone, Danny Christie. He's doing it with poor little Danny, fucking good kid. He's going, calling Danny names under that fucking Bellenders. That's Shirley. And the other one's Ebenezer Greenspot, that's Jamie. So they're both using that. And Rob Brenton's doing it as well, because Rob Brenton's fucking on do Lally now, because his business is fucked in it, Mr. Brenton. So your War Cry Publishing, the judge was right, where fake companies, they've been taken down. War Cry Press has been taken down. Rubik's, the other company what you used as backup company, that's even fake as well. Because you pretended that was at Yerby Bank. I went to Yerby Bank, which is near on the way to Redcar. Me and Emma went, it was a farm. So he used the farm because Boyle lives down the road from there. Well, he did live. He's not here now. So he used that as well. So everything you've done, you've created all these pages. You've sold the books. You haven't played the Inland Revenue. So now the Kindle audio and Helen, I hope you're okay, love. She's in hospital. She's been doing the case for us. She said she's contacted a wholesale shop called Gardeners, which I know. And the man said we'll never work with him again. What he did after he did to Marty Joseph Turner. So why has Gardeners fucked you off? Then he said, we're in partnership with Clays. So Helen contacted Clays. Clays said, we have no partners. He said, the lady it was said, we're the oldest company in Britain, 400 years we go back. We've never worked with Jamie Boyle or Rob Brenton who looks on the computer or War Cry Pubs, War Cry Press or Rubik's. It's lies. So they pretended they're in and more fraud and deception. They pretended they were piggybacking on Claire's because they're the biggest book, or the oldest book company and one of the biggest in the world. Pretending they were in partnerships with them. It's all fraud again. So they fucked. And his wife Shirley claimed £15,000 worth of dole money, whilst claiming family credits and worked for the Citizen Advice Bureau because the dole had her in. I was there. They had me in as a Mackenzie friend. So the dole had her in. And he's on tape recording tinfoil going, oh yeah, well, the money was off Rob Brenton. I'm a boxing enthusiast. And I went round and I interviewed Tyson Fury and give him £2.5 grand. I interviewed Tony Bell, you give him £2.5. Just fucking lies. They knew straight away that the fraud squad. I went, you're telling me that Tyson Fury only had 2 interviews. I'm a boxing fan. 2 interviews and put both for the BBC and you got £2 million. So why would he be in a gym in Manchester? You've just walked into the gym from nowhere and interviewed the best boxer in the world. He said, it beggars belief. So why have you got £1,000 in your wife's bank account on the first of every month for the last 12 months? When you're getting dole money off us, you're claiming dole, and your wife's getting dole money family credits, and she's working 16 hours for the Citizen Advice Bureau. So how can you tell me? He said, by law, you have to tell us a change of circumstances when you claim dole. Well, I didn't know all that because I've never claimed dole. So he said, you've now fraudulently claimed that money. So we want that money back. So we'll leave it today because he's asked him all these other questions. But he's on. The thing is, he's on video, not video. It's on there. Beep, push the button and you start talking. My name, Brian Cockerill, Jamie Boyle. He's on one of them recordings, so he's on there. He can't get out of it. But he pretended. He said, "Well, how did you get there?" He said, "Oh, I got the bus and the train. Well, if you got the train, so I've lost them. Well, what hotel did you stay in? He said, I forgot. He said, what hotel did you put Tyson Fury? He said, I forgot. What hotel did you put Tony Bellion? I forgot. He said, I'll ask you another 4, but I'll answer you as well. What hotel did you put? He said he interviewed Ricky Hatton. I bet you forgot what hotel it is. Oh yeah. I bet you forgot how you got there. So he said, you're telling me you walked around Manchester and Liverpool over the weekend with £15,000 in your pocket and interviewed all these people, and you don't know what hotels they are. You haven't got a receipt off them. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense what you're saying. The woman said, we'll just leave it for there. So they're still onto him for that as well. So that was like 2019, I think it was. Because all the new stuff's come forward, what happens is, my mate, the barrister, was talking to me, right, David, if you're watching David, he said what they do is they go back from when you left school and they'll check all your stuff that you've done, and they'll go back and I think that's the reason why Boyle's done one and he's pretending. I think he's pretended he's shitting himself. He pretended these IRA companies out to threaten to shoot him. He's made that up to get a safe house. So they'll put him in a safe house, the place, and told him not to come on the internet, because if you do, your life's in danger. You've been threatened, because the Irish people said, you come back to Ireland. So he was in Ireland down the Falls Road, which is all Catholics and stuff down there. And he was down there riding a bike. He was doing a book on military people over there. So they found out, they've seen the documentary where he's laughing about kids. And he's watched the Jimmy O show. And they've said, you come back to Ireland, you fucking paedophile nonce. You will get 4, not in the body, 4 bullets in the head. They'll kill you dead, stone dead as soon as you get off. So the police said, you've been deemed as a serious threat. So he was given a Osmond 1, that's called. So he was told not to go on the internet. And then about half an hour of the cops letting him off and put him in his safe house. My name's Jamie Doyle. I've just had the police tell me. Instead of keeping his mouth shut, he's at it again. So these people could pick up, like, I don't know about them, but they could easily pick up where you put signals coming from. And he's broke the protocol. The police was thinking, I'm fucking sick of him. So they've had to move him again, apparently. So he's been moved another 2 times. So now he's supposed to be down near Harrogate. Thirsk, working in Thirsk in the chemical factory. Somebody said they've seen him down there working in the factory. A lad's seen him in the factory, and he's walking around with 2 carrier bags. Because what's happened, what the judge said to me, what they'll do with the books, he said, it sounds like they're going to go bankrupt. So he said, what they'll do with the books, they'll sell them, like, say, I said, well, the £12.99 you're on at the moment and 15 quid. He said, what they'll probably do is send it down to like 10 quid, then 5 quid, then 3 quid. So this was like, say, 8 months ago, the judge said that. So about 4 months ago, the books were £12.99, not 15 quid, they put them down to £12.99. Then they put them down to £1.99. Then they put them down to 99 pence. Then they put them down to 0.000 pence, so people were getting the books for nothing on the internet. I said, well, how does that work out? She said, Helen, who's helping, said, that's so that if the books get sold for 15 quid, they'd have to pay the £15 back, and they'd have to pay the money for the VAT and the HMC customs. So it'd be cheaper giving the books away. So they give Terry or 1,000 books back. They were at like a 15 quid. That's £15,000 worth of books to give away. So why would you give away £15,000 worth of books if it's not fraud and deception? That's why you've done it. So you've given away, but you've given to Terry. He's probably sold for £1 each or something. I'll give most of them away to the charity. But the thing is, you've had them books. So you have to pay that money to the Inland Revenue, and you haven't done that. Helen said you haven't paid 1 penny to the Inland Revenue, and she spoke to the people because I was trying to get through to Amazon, and I couldn't. It was a robot. The phone ringing, fucking doing it in. So she's contacted a woman from America. Contacted us one night late about this time of night, and said, "Well, it is, Brian. If you go into Amazon, you can't get it. If you go to Kindle Amazon, they own it." She said, "In there's a fraud department. I worked for them for 10 years. I went, oh my God, it's like an angel, this. Next minute, she went, and by the way, I'm a Christian like you. I thought, oh, thank you, Lord, he is God. So this lady's come from America, and she stopped it in America because he's been selling the books in America as well. So I was told by the judge, I showed you the paper the week, and the judge said, well, that there is a court ordering him to give you all the content and all the information where the book's at. So I've got that, and the judge said to me, because you've had an unfair deal, Mr. Policy, been going on for 2.5 years, and Warcry Publishing, Warcry Press, and Rubik's have given you a runaround. I'm going to give you now no time limit. I said, what does that mean? Your Honor? He said, well, you can get whatever they owe you if you can prove. You give that to me, and I'll award it to the small claims court. So say they owe me 30 grand, 40 grand, he's going to award that money. But what they do, I spoke to my mate with the barrister, said they'll sanction them, say they owe you 40 grand. The judge will say, right, you owe 60 grand now because you fucked them about all this time. And also what you can do is they've not been paying for the court costs. So what's going to happen now is I can say to them, I don't think the public should have been paying for his court costs. I think Mr. Brent and Mr. Boyle, Warcry Pubs and Warcry Press have fiddled enough the taxpayers' money. I honestly think that they should now be paying for the court costs of the last 4-year court cases, and you're talking fucking thousands of pounds. So I think that's why they've done a runner, because my mate's a bailiff, Mark the bailiff, and his friend is the sheriff of York, like a sheriff, and he said you pay £90 to the High Court bailiffs, and they can go in and say, we don't pay, we take it away, and that's what they do. They start clamping stuff and that. So Brenton is now sold his Rolls Royce. So there's another fucking a sign that they've gone bankrupt. And then Sean Atwood contacted me and said, it was one Saturday morning about 8 months ago, he said, Brenton's been on the phone and said, Boyle's fucking ruined my business. He said he spent all the money I've been given to pay people. And he's also just absolute mess. He said the books are in an absolute mess. He said he's ruined my business. I'm going to have to declare bankruptcy. But this was 8 months ago, but nothing's happened. So they haven't declared it now. By law, if you're in business with someone and you go bankrupt, you have to contact all your people you're in contact with in business. If you don't do that, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law again. It's under the Inland Revenue laws again. So you have to take the people, look, we're sorry we can't pay you, but we've gone bankrupt, and you have to send you a letter telling you why they've gone bankrupt and everything. So they've done that. Helen was saying they break the law again. But what we've gone for now is we've been given the disclosure. Disclosure means how many books have been sold, what price and everything. So we now we're going to go into Kindle Amazon and ask the fraud department to give us a rundown on how many books. They can't get out of it because the books were printed by Brenton, Warcry Pubs, Warcry Press. Then they were given to Amazon to sell. Amazon sell them. So the people like Tom, Dick and Harry pay the money to Amazon, and then Amazon take their bit out, 40%, and then they send it to Brenton. Then Brenton's supposed to pay the subjects like me, Terry Dick, Richie Orsley, Paul Dennis, Gary Fairby. No one's been paid for 2.5 years. Most people have had £5.76, and I think Gary said I've had £20 odd. Terry's had 15 quid in 2.5 years, and he's kept all the money for himself and blew the fucking lot. And then he's calling people bullies because we've got in the court and said I'm a grass because I've gone to the civil court to get my money back. What I fucking give my life story to him, and he stole all my fucking money. He hasn't paid me for 2.5 years, not a penny. So he sat there going, he's bullying me, he's a bully. How can you be a bully? Because you've got the civil court, and the civil court judges give us the court order to get our money back. But we now have to wait for the lady who's been in hospital, poor Alex fucking killing me. The lady who's in hospital, Helen's, be out soon. And she said she's going for the disclosure. So the disclosure, they'll say, well, he's had this many books, we sold them for that price, and we give him that money. So whatever money he gets like 10 grand, 37.5% of that, so 3,700 and whatever a pound would be mine out of every 10 grand. So I think he owes us fucking 10s or 20s or 30s or 40s of grand, because there's no way they're going to do running just for a couple of grand. So I looked on the Amazon the other day, and my book was proofread 300, not proofread, the book had 300 reviews. Now I've talked to someone in America, it's every 20 persons who look at a book, one will put a review. So if you went that 20 times 300, a lot of fucking books in it. So that's how the ratio is. That's how they do it. I think it's 15 for every 15 or 20 in England. It's the same. So if 300 people have reviewed it, it's 20 times 300, which is, what was that, 6,000 or something. So 6,000 fucking books. That's just off one book. And then there's the Kindle, and then there's the audio book, and then there's the fucking documentary. The documentary's 20 quid, £18.99. Never been paid off the documentary. It's ripped. Everyone's been ripped off. Never been paid a penny. And they think they're fucking clever, going, I've taxed the taxman, thinks he's fucking clever. And then when I go to say out, he's phoned the police on me. And when I put things on here, fucking daft YouTube keep taking me off. The court letters I put up the other day and all the stuff he put on, saying, he's mentioned my address on it. He doesn't even live in that address, though, he's moved from there. So he's just using it as an excuse. But it doesn't matter, because you all believe me anyway. Now you've seen the letters, you've seen all the court letters. He said that he went to the magistrates, and the magistrates don't deal in civil cases. The combination Crown Court deal in civil cases. So he then pretended, him and Shirley went, I walk free from the magistrates 3 times. No, you recorded a hearing from the Crown Court conversation on the phone. You spliced it and made a mockery one, and pretended you put him when my name is Jamie Royal, but all of a sudden his lips went, nothing come out. So it was doctored. So the judge, on their own motion, which is them, seen it, and then they charged him from contempt of court for making an explicit courtroom recording. Under the rules in Great Britain, you're not allowed, even in America, to record anything in a courtroom. He recorded the full conversation in the court case. He was charged by the judge for contempt of court. Then he was given 13 penal notices off the judges over a period of four years when he went to court. 13 penal notices. A penal notice means if you don't comply to the court, and you could be charged contempt of court, you could have property took off you, or you could be given a custodial sentence. They never complied to none of them. They just took the fucking piss. So just took the piss all the time out of it. So we've ended up with nobody's got nothing. Poor Matty Turner got £50.33. And when they said his book wasn't selling, the judge had an internet search. He went, don't give me that. That book's in the top 220,000 out of 2 million boxing books. That book's doing really well all over the world. So they just chatted about the poor old Matty, God bless his soul. He said to me, grabbed my hand like that. He went, please don't give in. Please, Brian, don't give in. I was coming out the door there, and Terry was with me. He said, use guys, use all I've got now. He said, please don't let him beat us. Please, you keep fighting this case. And I'll never stop for Matty's fucking soul. I'll never stop until I get justice for him. That old man died with him bullying him, sending him fucking vile messages and threatening his 84-year-old sister and his 83-year-old sister. One lives in Canada and one lives in Australia. Threatening them on the phone, sending dirty, disgusting messages. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. So it's gone up from 150 to 171. You lot what now to do, have you? You just grab one of a friend who hid round the corner. Lemmy, I've never liked milk, Lemmy. Milk. Yeah, milk's nice. I used to like it all the time. I used to drink 10 pints a day. And I was massive. Keeps the weight on you. 20 grams of protein, about 400 calories, I think, in a pint of milk. Right, guys, I've got to go. I'm going to have to because my sides are killing me, but I'm going to be back on tomorrow. And thank you for listening to me. And let's hope that nonce gets caught by the police and goes to fucking jail. What he's done. The whole of Teesside are looking for him. Steve Mack's really well liked, you know. And no one likes a nonce. Right, guys, love yous all. Thank you for listening to me. Babbling on. But I love yous all and God bless yous. And have a great day tomorrow.